Hi everyone, look at me starting on time. I started it 3 minutes earlier so that Twitch could run its ads. That way, when we started 3 minutes in, the ads wouldn't run. I did it. But hello, hi everyone. Hi Zero, hi Rodrigo, welcome Ferris, Petey, Zamuke, Nero. There's a lot of you here. Hold on, Nero, Crew Day Forward, Plagle, Lusk, and Check. Let me make sure I'm not forgetting one. Let's see. Started Caps. Why Godot bottom layer? Yep, 100% agree. Break. Bobby is here. And you can see people. Okay. Can get banned? I wouldn't recommend it. It's not 9 out of 10 doctors wouldn't recommend. Well, hello, welcome everyone. The maths. I tried to do it yesterday. It worked yesterday. So it's doing the thing. I just have to start at 57 and then, oh, I'm just realizing now. There's something I forgot to prep for. It's fine. It's fine. Well, when we get to it, we'll get to it and it'll be fine. How are all of you though? And the one doctor's probably Rudy. Yeah. And I'm the 10th doctor. Maybe either Rudy or Zero. I feel like, you know, I can see it. I can see it indeed. And it's been too long since I joined a stream and figured a music stream was a good time to pop on. I see, Zumuke. It's always nice to, well, let me rephrase. I've said this before, so you can't, I can't be blamed. My memory, very bad. I'm talking bad. Remembering names? So sometimes I can remember how far back people have been last time I saw them. I'm like, oh, I haven't said that name in a while. It helps to say them aloud, but sometimes not. And if I can do it in a little funny patterns, just not saying Samuke. If I say Samuke, it's easier to remember. So welcome back after such a long time. And Pop or Pop. Oh no, I didn't read that right. I'm glad I didn't. Never mind. And hi, Viko-san. Now see it. That name right there, I don't believe I've seen it before. I've seen a Victor. That helps. But welcome all the same. And well, in the overlay, there's also a mouse connected to a tablet. So I see. I'll have to mouse connected to a tablet overlay. The starting soon. I don't think I drew an overlay. I'm gonna have to check it. Oh no, I'm lagging. I was supposed to fix these problems. I thought I did. I do tests, but then when the day comes to actually stream, I even do mock streams. It still lags just a smidge. I think my computer's saying, hey, Wilson, I need an upgrade. And, oh, let's see. Do the stars on the button have physics? Can you see it? They do. Just a little wiggle. The thing is, they're very thin. just a little thin. And the one you're on now, I see that one. The tablets are, I found out recently, tablets do have mouses that you can connect to and wiggling stars. Yeah. I thought it was silly when I was putting them in my hair. They glow. I glow. Well, my eyes glow. All the stars glow. The thing on my chest glows, if you can see it. Now all I need to do is make Bobby glow, and we'll be good. We'll be A-okay. And she doesn't even remember if they were on the stream that day. Let's not point fingers, okay? Sometimes in memory it works. Sometimes it's just a little fish. And I never realized they wiggled. They do. And one of them paper stars. Oh yeah, how do you think they stay connected? Magic. And please crank the eye glow up to max. Maybe if you can remind me, Zero, I could do it tomorrow. It's a few settings, but I can. Oh, actually, never mind. Hold on. Hold on. I will be right back. Now, can I remember the setting is the question. I don't think it is. Oh, nope, I found it. Hold on. Hold on. Hello there. See? I told you I glowed. The timer stopped, so let me go ahead and turn my lights off. Where was that setting again? I believe it was at about that there. Yeah, that seems about right. My eyes. Oh boy. In Celestial Being. I told you I'm an Eldritch Being, alright? I was being truthful and so delightful. We're gonna have to talk. But timer stopped, so let's go ahead and get into the planning screen, why don't we? And you look like you got embarrassed by a compliment. You know, wouldn't be the first time. Today is gonna be a little bit of a, it's gonna be. It's been a second since I've done music, so we're all gonna relearn together. I'm gonna talk about just some resources for people who maybe want to get into music. Then I'm gonna talk about my game for a second. We're gonna talk about previous streams I've done on music, the recap, and then we're gonna do some songs. I'm hoping to do the title screen music and the cafe music today is the hope of today. Right now, currently, I am struggling to fix a thing in my game, hence why this week there is no programming stream. Next week will also probably not be a programming stream. I don't know if you can tell, but I'm also a smidge bit sick. I wasn't even sure if I was able to stream yesterday, but I'm doing a lot better now. So hopefully this week I can focus on from sunrise to sunset, figuring out how to fix my game. That way we can continue. So in the meantime, while I'm figuring out the programming, we can do some music and play some games. And fake Bobby, there is no such thing, and you broke it. I broke it, I did. An angry Bobby, indeed. And we're all looking forward to hearing you throat sing as Gollum. What? Huh? I hope you haven't been saving up your points. Saying that though, that is the overview. Let's talk about resources for a quick second, why don't we? Let me go ahead and move you all over here. Whenever I do a music stream, there's so many screens on my screen. I have 3 monitors. And it still doesn't feel like enough when I do my music streams. And then I have the keyboard and the tablet and then the actual keyboard. I'm sitting so far away from my desk. Oh man, it is a struggle, but it's working out. So let me go ahead and go to here. And let's see, attack. There shall be, but I told you Bobby is a pacifist. He would never. No, where was I? And Ferris, I'm guessing that's you, but please don't. That would spam up the chat, and it makes it a little bit hard to read and keep track of things. And hi, Escobar, welcome. And wait, we weren't supposed to save channel points? No, there's no saving around here. There is only spending like there's no tomorrow. And hi, Petey. I was getting KFC. You're here now. Welcome. I saw your message earlier, so welcome back. I hope the KFC's tasty. Let me go ahead and copy this guy here. Copy this guy here. I'll put it here and here. This is currently a work in progress, but previously when I've done these streams, the website wasn't up. It's been that long since we've done one of these. So now the website has a section for getting started on music. If you don't click that link and you want to find it later, all you have to do is go to the homepage or even that page really right there. And I think if you type in music, if I can spell, you should be able to type in music right there. What this page is a bunch of links. So if you don't know where to get started, this is the best place I can say. Over time, over these past few months, actual musicians have reached out to me, and I've gone from not knowing much about music till knowing a little bit about music. From a college major to an actual retired music teacher. So I've been grateful for those people and the fact that this type of community can spawn those people in. Summoning. That's the only reason why I've been able to get as well, I think. So saying that, I have some links here that I was given handy dandy. I would say the music, not that one. Don't look at that one. This one here, the start here. I was given these videos in order to look at when it comes to learning music in general, so I would start here and saving channel points to redeem it into a full copy of Necrotype Cafe. Can you imagine having like a big 1 million redeem free copy of Necrotype Cafe? And need to punish a person with OCD, let them look at that alignment? Do you not see what this says right here? All right, I tried right now. Also, I am bothered by this. Titles cannot be centered. It hurts internally, if that's what you mean. But on here, this started here is a playlist of just general music things. So it's talking about music theory, things of that nature. And I heard Eris taught Mozart everything he knew. Oh yes, back in my day. If we go back to here, you'll also see previous streams I've done. You can see that one right there, that one that's currently going on. And the last 4 ones, let's see, the last time I did this was 2 months ago. So it's been a second, and my fingers will be quiet now for a bit. I see, they need some good old TLC. Some good rest. And saying that, this is the educational playlist. This is the playlist of, ooh, this looks educational, or ooh, this seems fun. So if you ever want to watch a video about music stuff and just want to have it on the sidelines, I've liked these videos. I've liked looking at them and my throat. Hold on, let me clear it. Okay, we're good. So that's where these videos come in. I think of, oh, this seems neat. I like this video, so that's that there. And then, as far as YouTube channels go, these have been handy YouTube channels I've been able to find that cover different parts of music, things that are helpful in music. And this guy here, for example, all of his videos are a song. Hold on, let me just, I believe the audio should audio. Oh, hold on. I think I have to do, if I do this, and then music, no, we're Pixel Art tomorrow, Toak, and welcome to stream. Listen, just, oh, actually, let's do this one.
Start with a synth and browse for some brass presets. Look for a sound that is trying its best to sound like a trumpet or a saxophone.
This makes learning fun, so that's why that guy's up there. And you've got other channels like that. And hold up, the website's that young. I believe the website, if I had to guess, it's probably 4 months, 3 months. Granted, I haven't streamed for a year. I think last time I checked, well, the stream anniversary from me streaming for the first time was August 3rd, I believe. So it's almost August, and that'll be a full year of me streaming. And oh, hi, forgetful programmer, welcome. And cool music learning, also hard, very hard. But that's why I'm here, to try to understand it. And this page will imprison people? No, you come and go as you please, I assure you. Aside from the YouTube channels, I've also found some websites that I think are very helpful, specifically this one here called Muted.io. It lets you learn different parts of music, and it lets you, one thing that that's the best way to describe it. If I can find the thing I was looking at the first time around, I don't know if I can. There's so much that it's a lot. You can see here though, like all these different music thingamajiggies, and you could probably find it here, and it's the fact that it's free is wild, truly. And I shudder. No elevators included. Elevators are soon to you. And I don't take music lessons from someone that can't center text on their own site. Well, listen here, you Tim. I am not an HTML programmer, all right? So I'm not responsible for the websiting, but this hurts me. Know that this does hurt me. I don't like it, but it's what we have to go off of. Comic Sans site. I'm not that bad. I'm not that bad. Saying that though, aside from that one, we have Chrome Music Lab, and this one here, I like it because it's cute. It goes over things like for any of you that know, there's things like, what's the word I'm looking for? 8-bit music. It kind of sounds crunchy or old retro music. I'm trying to think of a good example of that. But the way they sound, it uses these things called oscillators. And oscillators, oh, that's a little bit too loud. My ears, my poor eardrums. Let's see. Hold on, I don't want to do it too loudly, but it doesn't want to do it anymore. Interesting. And that is so cute. It is. And can you blame, hold on. Can you blame me? You seem to be able to do everything. That's a good point. Just to those that don't know, hello, my name is Eris Azra. I'm an Eldritch Princess game dev, and what I try to do during these streams, during my stuff on YouTube, is I want to try to cover all aspects of game dev. I am an indie dev trying to get good at making my own games. So from programming to making music, to making the art of a game, to voice acting games, I'm trying to cover all the topics because I think there's an aspect of fun in being able to do it all, but it's also a thing of, well, there's always the thing of jack of all trades, master of none. If I could master one thing, it would probably be programming. But I like music. I've always wanted to learn music. So the fact that I can learn music through making games, I am overthrilled. Kill 2 birds with 1 stone. And you can tell Eris' mood by the angle she tilts her. No! Not one bit. So you can see on here we have these little guys, and for me at least, I'm very visual, so seeing them, they're very adorable. I don't know why the audio isn't, oh, no it is. Oh, it is. Okay, lovely. Let me turn it up just a little bit. But seeing these guys helps with understanding when it comes to most topics. If you kind of just jingle keys in front of my eyes or jingle colorful colors, I'll be satisfied. Saying that, I think that's it. Oh, DAWs. This was something else people had questioned about. If you wanted to start making music today, this is really, if you look at all this, you could do it. And mods having allowed your message, happy chatting. And I did see that indeed. And if I had a mod, I would ban myself. Don't do that, Dolak. You're always welcomed here. Beatbox, Ultrabox, and Bossta Seal. These are the ones that usually get recommended for indie devs. I would say Beatbox and Bossta Seal. I've tried them. I like them. Lots of people use them for game jams, since you don't have to have $200 for some of the big bucks in terms of programs that make you do music. And oh no, my throat! I told you, I'm sick. Where were we? So if I were to recommend something, it would be Bosca, maybe Beatbox, and this guy on here, Ultrabox, is Beatbox, but modified. It's got a few extra things on it. So it's a little bit from moderate to advanced, and Puff Wazir. Hi, Puff Maninator. There's a Maneater, Minotaur. Welcome to stream. And where's Mongolian throat singing on that list? Should be standard start for singers. I can tell you, I have a background in theater and musicals. I used to be a semi-professional singer. So there's that. Like I said, I've always liked music, and jazz is an excuse to play the wrong notes. I agree. Jazz is great. And is music and is an instrument? Yeah. The programs I'll be using today are called MuseScore and BandLab. MuseScore is this guy here. You can kind of see it. I'll be using sheet music to make my own music, and possibly also using this one called BandLab. It is also free. I try as much as I can to, anytime I link resources, try to make them free. So BandLab, this guy here, this guy has a whole, it's like the other ones, but not quite. When we get into it, I'll let you know exactly the things that I like and don't like about it. And jazz is diverse and inclusive of people who can't play music. Jazz is one of my favorites. I do like jazz. There's that. If for those wondering going into things, what programs am I using? MuseScore and BandLab. Probably MuseScore mostly, but we'll see how things go. And I can make you a list of good free programs and plugins. I'd like that. I'd like that a lot, if you would not mind. I don't know if you're on the Discord, but you can send those free resources my way, and I will surely look at them. And where's my own potato? Oh no. And my throat. Am I gonna have to get some tea? I think we're good to go. And this one time at that BandLab. Alrighty, where were we? Let me go ahead and close these guys. I think I'm good to close most of them. Close you, close you, close you. Yup to you, close you, close you, close you. There's a lot on here. Apparently, I opened a lot of tabs. That takes care of resources, though. So, now that we know what we're working with and things to do, we can now talk about things that we're gonna do. So, saying that, I will be right back, alright? You stay where you are. No need to go anywhere, alright? You just get nice and comfy.
Rudy underscore is underscore short is now following.
Zero, why would you want to hide? Zero, hide? No. And Rudy is short is now following. Thank you for the follow. Saying that though, fancy meeting you all here. You seem to be in this location somewhere. Really, I'm not too sure. It's kind of this business area, business place here. And when you look around, you're actually waiting for an elevator, but that elevator, if I had to guess, it's probably gonna take like, I don't know, maybe a minute to actually appear. And since you're stuck in this lobby with only elevators, no stairs, no windows, you have nothing on you. It is simply you and the elevators. And you know what? It's also me as well. So why don't I make myself approachable here? Hello. How you doing? And since it's you, me, and these elevators behind me, I'm kind of the the troll that takes the role here. And this thing is really short because you recommended interesting one. So saying that, since you have about a minute on your hands, dice from cringe. Nah. Since you have about a minute on your hands, why don't I tell you about my up-and-coming game? What is that up-and-coming game, you may ask? Why, it is none other than Necrotype Cafe, a rhythm typing cafe game I've been making since last August. It has almost been a year. Anyway, saying that, Welcome to the elevator pitch. It's a thing I like to do at the beginning of my stream sometimes, where I spend 1 minute attempting to pitch my game to you. And the idea is that it's a good way for people who don't know about my game to get associated with my game. Maybe you haven't been here in a second, so it gives you a chance to get refreshed, and it also gives me a chance to attempt to get better at explaining my words in as few words as possible. And you have nothing on you. It sounded wrong. I'm just saying, people have said they've had pickaxes before, or axes, or wrenches, or tools, when that's just not the case. Not one bit. It's like into the Twilight Zone. No, you're completely sane, I assure you. And, oh, his pauses were loud. No, the timer, hold on. Let me go ahead and see about, something's wrong with the timer. Let me just, make sure that timer is doing what it needs to do. The one guy there, yep. Oh, wrong timer, hold on. There we go, okay. When that timer up there starts, I shall begin my pitch, and I've only got 1 minute to certainly sell you on a game that I am not holding you at gunpoint for. And you're wrong, I still have hope. Shall we begin? Alrighty. Welcome to Necrotype Cafe. Welcome to Necrotype Cafe, a rhythm typing cafe game where you play as Gabriella, a necromancer who goes to this prestigious wizard academy, sent there by her family who wants her to become a necromancer, but she doesn't want to become a necromancer. No, she does not. In fact, she wants to become a baker, a chef. So she goes and she finds this abandoned part in the school to create her cafe, abandoned cafe classroom, and she serves her fellow wizard customers, her wizard students. And the idea behind the game is that it's a cafe sim, yes, but where does the rhythm typing come into play? I'm glad you asked. I'm glad you asked. The idea is that to create your food, to create the things you serve to customers, you have to type to the beat. You have to spellcast. The idea is that there is poetry in the game. That's how magic works through the system. So you have to type to the beat. You have to type this poetry out in order to summon your food, summon different types of food to serve to your different types of customers. Different students require different things, and that is Necrotype Cafe, and that is my time. That was the worst I've ever done. That was bad. I feel a little rusty. Oh boy, oh boy. But I hope you're sold on my totally legit business venture. And bigs up to a stream that actually was right back when he said he's right back. I didn't say it, right back. Let me make sure I get caught up. Like, yep. Elevator mechanic, there's no elevator mechanic. Not a gun that we can see. It's part of your imagination. Body too still to have hyperventilating head. Things work a little bit differently around here. Fine, I give up. Where can I throw my money at this thing? Exactly! That's the spirit, Tim. And being awkward with and redeem on-screen celebration. Thank you, Petey. Let me make sure I didn't miss anything on YouTube either. And I have Bobby. Zero, he is not an entity that can be contained. And hi, Nabila. Is it Nabilia Ferris? Or I will still my brother Ferris. Oh, I say. No amount of, like I said, I don't take human sacrifices. I'm not that type of eldritch being. Saying that though, now that you know the idea that we're going for the game, now that you have the programs that we are going to use, let me show you the songs that we have previously came up with. And elevator pitch impact 0. I'm guessing 0 means 100, so let me go ahead, and if I go ahead and take off my business attire, no more. Also these glasses, they gotta go. Let me get my very much musical associate here, Bobby, say hello. And let me go ahead and move you over to this screen. And 100, yes, yeah, see, I knew it. Let me go ahead and hide this guy here and bring you into the screen. And he not human. I'm telling ya, no human sacrifices here. Nada, none whatsoever. And he's not contained. He's chilling out and playing RuneScape. He's got the multiple limbs in order to multitask. I can't say that. And does he even have ears? He does. I'm just covering them. He has the ears like a bird ear, if you've ever seen that before. Now, saying that, let me go ahead and move this guy up. Now, this was the part I said I didn't have shown properly, but it's okay. Oh, never mind. Lovely. It did it on its own. Let me go ahead and maximize here. And let me go ahead and mute this guy for just a second. Let me make sure, is this this a good audio? Oh, that's a little bit too loud. Okay. Currently, I believe there are 3 songs in the game, and these are all the songs you play when you're doing your spell casting, when you're typing to the beat. Today, I want to work on doing the song that just plays when you're in the cafe, or the title screen song, since those 2 songs, those are the 2 songs in my game currently that are not made by me, so I figured, since I've got some time to kill while I'm trying to figure out my game, might as well update that music. And I still have the ooh, 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 ooh stuck in your head. Good. Glad it's catchy. And hold on, let me go ahead and move this over so I can see. And it's the best picture over here in your lives. Don't be jealous. See? Rodrigo gets it. Saying that, let me go ahead and let you listen to the nice sick beats we got going on here. It is, this guy believes the first one. So this was the first ever song I created. And since then, I've made a few more. This one is, I think, the next one I made. I don't know if I can tell. Date imported, date created 03, 02. We'll go with this one. I believe this is the second one. And if the pitches are great, why doesn't Bobby show up? Bobby is in the audience. Bobby has to go take care of a little bit of business, you know, make sure everyone's participating. And recently, this was the last song I created for this, and he probably gets lost on his way there. He does look like someone who would get lost. So he's all cute. He's all charms. Here's the last song. There it is, and wait for 1 second. I think I got something stuck in my eye. Oh boy. We're all good to go. So that's the 3 songs currently in the game. And reminds me of the video of 2 ghosts singing a duet. That is one of my inspirations. Yeah, ghost song duet. I wanted to use I think it's called the theremin as one of the instruments, the ooh one. The idea is that because you're playing as a necromancer, I want it to be a little bit spooky. I want the spooky feel. And she's a goth, but she's in a prestigious spell casting academy. So the idea is that it needs to be spooky, it needs to be studious, and it needs to be maybe a little bit gothic and fancy. In the ooh instrument. Is it? I don't know. And I'm getting my groove on. I'm glad you enjoyed the tunes. Saying that, and let's make sure I didn't miss anything. And you added background? What do you mean 0? Do you mean towards the end, or what do you mean? And hello, Curso, welcome back. The good streams. welcome back to stream. I hope you've been fine. And the silly sounds of horror. They are. Let me go ahead and bring you. Oh, whoa, we're already here. Would you look at that? All I just have to do is do that. We're already here. Look at that transition. Let me go ahead and hide this guy. And let me go ahead and show where are we at? Concepts. There we are. So over that time, over these past few months, I've been, as I said, learning music, making music, trying to figure out things like chords and progressions and melodies. And it's been super fun. I have no complaints. We were talking before about instruments that would be good, and I think it's up here, possibly. Nope. Oh, fancy, wind, spooky. I did not write down instruments that I learned were possibly a good idea. So let me see if I can get those really quickly. The instruments can, and I've realized this as well, instruments can make a really big difference when it comes to certain things. Oh no, my, from sitting here, the tab's a little off, but that's okay. We have the piano. That one's my favorite. That's the one I want to learn. Piano. And we also have the theremin and tuba. Is tuba a fancy? Oh, wind equals spook. There is tuba on here, I think. Yeah. Tuba is here. I think someone said horns were really good. And I'll be RB2. Everyone, 5-minute break for Towak. And sorry, I have to go make myself a coffee. Can you pause the stream for like 5 minutes? Towak, if I could pause for coffee, I would have came late. I wanted some coffee. I didn't have time for it today. So I have to struggle. I can't make exceptions. And the last time I heard that song, it didn't have the faded music playing in the background. Interesting. I don't edit the songs off a stream. So it's interesting you say that, Zero. Well, that is an interesting one. And violin strings. Just go on ad break. Ad break is 3 minutes. So it wouldn't fill up the whole 5 minutes unless you're saying double it. Let me go ahead and add. Well, I want to be really specific. Let me see if I can find the list I was Googling earlier. Where were we? I think, maybe it was there. Let me see if I can search it up. Oh, you know what? While I'm looking for this, why don't I show you my most recent song I've made? It isn't, what is it? It's not in the game, but it's the most recent song I've done. Let me see if I have that one on a hold on. Let me see. It is this one, this guy here. Just gonna download it and I should be able to drag and drop it. This one's not in the game. This one didn't have the idea of being in the game. This is me trying to try some music. I'll let that play while I am searching. And so growling is considered an instrument in death metal? Death metal is good. Depends on the certain one, but I do enjoy it from time to time. And prepare for ad break and make it double break. I think I can double click this. Let's see. There we are. Okay. I'll just let that play while I am searching in the background. Is equal still? Oh no, it's not. You can't hear it. Hold on. Let's see here. And if I click on this guy here, yep, you should be able to hear it now. There you go. Okay, I'm gonna look. I'm gonna let you listen. It's like a minute long. It's the longest one I've done. Let's see. That's it. I hope you liked it, and it gave me enough time to find the instruments I was looking for. And hi, Sanapa. Welcome back to stream. And that chord progression. Funny you mentioned that, Lusk. This was an assignment I was given to focus on chords. Since my melodies are pretty good, my chords not too much. So that was me doing the chord first, then the melody. So interesting. And hi, Sandscalm. Hello. Welcome. And thank you, Chuck. And instruments are overrated. It's like saying images can improve with color. Nah. And what's their instrument that Sona League? I think it's like a harp, possibly. I think. And oh, I did read that. Good. Okay, we're all caught up. And I did find my list. Apparently, there is piano. There is violin, V-I-O-L-I-N. There is harpsichord, H-A-R-P-S. Oh, nope, that's not how you spell it. No, just, I missed the I. H-A-R-P-I-S. Harps, and then C-H-O-R-D. Harpsichord. I know there's a theremin. We have violin, apparently accordion. A-C-C-O-R-D. Oh, that's not a D. D-I-O-N. Accordion. My notes are weird. Accordion, drums, apparently xylophone. Oh, and a celestia. Apparently. Let's see. T-E-L-E-S-T-A. And let me go ahead and make sure I put on here theremin, T-H-E-R-E. I believe it's M-I-N, M-I-N. There we go. And am I missing any? The xylophone. That one's funny to spell. X-L-Y-O? X-Y-L-O-P-H-O-N-E. Well, never mind. P-H-O-N-E. Lovely. Okay, these are the instruments I think are gonna work well. Hi! Oh, Kasane Tito? Maybe is that how you say it? Welcome to stream. Hello. And I can do that. Lovely. And it's an E-fwall. Is that an instrument? And all instruments are different versions of piano? Exactly. That's why I have a piano here to play, but we can just switch out the actual instrument. What we need to do is just focus on the way it sounds. Focus on the idea. The instrument we use is kind of just an enhancer. And so this instrument, okay. Ithwal, is that an actual instrument? Hold on. Let's see, let me Google it. Found an, I think it might be a fictional instrument. What a shame. Yeah, she got an ithwal. What a shame indeed. And when you want, I can't see that. When the, I'm lost. The Wathuli on the Tahula? Wazilia? Instruments can sound weird, can't they? But let's go ahead and go now into MuseScore. That was the program I was talking about before. If we go here, I believe it's the screen. Lovely. Okay, now, I set this up earlier, but I'm not sure because the keyboard was turned off if it does not want to do the thing anymore. Oh, that is not heard through the thingamajiggy. Let's see. Can't hear it. Okay. What we need to do, I think, is I need to press refresh on this guy. Reload, yeah. And then, if I go to here, let it load, can it be heard now? If I do this guy here, and then... Weird, I tell you, it's a shame. This was set up before stream, and then it turned off on me, and now it's decided I don't want to play your games. Okay, maybe if I turn the keyboard off, then on? Usually, that can fix most problems in life. Have you tried turning it on and off again? Alright, no, that is through me. I hope I can get this working. It was working before, but it's a little funny sometimes. It's a little wonky. Oh, is that it? Did that work? Aha! But now it's not showing the keys on screen. Oh, is it? No, it's not, but the audio can be heard. So, I will try this one trick. If it does not work, I guess I can't show the keys I'm typing on screen, but let's see if I can get it working. It would be this guy here. And hello, good evening. Hello, Oblamov. Welcome to stream. Hi. I hope you've been doing well. Welcome. Okay, let's see now. I go ahead and do that. Nope. The issue is sometimes it doesn't like to take the input the way it should be taken. But that's okay, it's fine. You can't see the chords I'm playing, which is a bit of a shame. I was hoping we could get that, but you can hear it, which is the biggest, most important part. And ruined by the internet, welcome to stream, and how do you even read sheet music? I'm glad you asked. Let's go over that, as I am gonna need to refresh my memory. My memory is a little foggy. I haven't been here in quite a second. So, the key thing, at least when I try to keep things in mind when it comes to making music, is the feel. What I've learned is, because I like listening or like doing the melodies first, the chords, which are kind of the back, they're these guys. Hold on. That guy, that's a chord. But a melody might be like, yeah, that's a melody. And I'm more tuned to learning or doing melodies than chords. So it's been a little bit easy to do chords first, then melody, but it depends. And she's not playing around with the preparation, she's playing on them though. Telling you, I hope I can find some setting on here so that it doesn't turn off when it's idle. The whole thing was set up, it's a shame. And salut. I know that one, I took a French class once. Saying that, I think it's important before we even really get into things. I know what's easier, hire a musician. I want to try to make this game on my own first, Toak. And then once I've done a game, a full commercial game on my own, then I want to try doing game jams with other people, collaborating, things of that nature. So I want to go through the experience, the struggle, before I like do other people, because I think it would be fun to be in a big team of stuff and a jiggle musician. I believe I said that earlier. And by the way, it spells viola. Well, there's violin and viola, right? I think I wrote violin? Yeah, I wrote violin, and there is a viola. There's two different things. So saying that, let's go back over to concepts, since I think that is important. I think, yeah, the theme, the torture. Did I say hi to you as well, Nero? I know I saw you earlier, but I don't know if I said hello to you. Now, let's see. If we go here, yeah, use guys. Now, I think, or actually, you know what? Let's do a poll. Let's use the Twitch and the YouTube thingamajingies. And hi, Rudy. welcome. And I know less than you, Eris, but you should hire me. I'll just smack the keyboard randomly. Ah, yes. Easy peasy. Let me do here. And let me do, I think, if I do that. Okay, good. Which song should we make? Question mark. Copy this. And let's see, let's do it for 3 minutes. And either the, what is it? The title screen, or cafe. The cafe is the music you hear when you're just in the cafe. And didgeridoo. Hi, Venus. Welcome to stream. So that should do that. You can all, if you'd like to participate, vote along at the top there, and let me do it for YouTube as well. The cafe, and then title screen. Because depending on which one we do, it'll make a difference. It'll make a huge difference, I think. So that'll run for about 3 minutes. The purpose of the earlier songs, so let me go ahead and pull this guy up, and I'm playing Humankind while listening, so I get lost. I've heard good things about Humankind. I can't say that. And why not? That's what Billy Joel does. I said it. And what about spoons? I've heard, if you're good enough at anything, you can make anything work. I can say that much. And you hate Twitch Mobile so much, what a shame. I thought it would be pretty handy to use, but maybe not so handy. Baritone sax. These songs here, so this guy here, and this guy here. Oh, not that guy, this guy here. So this one, and this one was made to be the sounds or the music you hear when you're spellcasting. This is the rhythm in the rhythm typing cafe game. The purpose of today is to do either the title screen, so it's the music you play when you hear, actually, you know what? Why say it when I can just show you, huh? Let's go to here, and then if I just go to my itch page up there, I make my way on downtown to the current prototype of Necrotype Cafe and click on Run Game. It should open up, and I'll let it do its thing for just a quick second while it's loading. Let's see if it'll open. I don't know why it's full screen. I know Firefox does tend to do that, but let's see. And if I go here, or maybe here, hold on. Let me close you. Discard changes. Oh, there we are. Lovely. Okay. So we either do the music for this here, or we do the music for this. This would be either change. So this is the music you hear when you're in the game playing around, or the music for the title screen. That's what I mean when I say either title screen or cafe music. Those are the two differences, and too much KFC. KFC is tasty. That chicken will get ya. And actually, I love this OST. And in this stream, you can get lost by paying attention, to be fair. Yeah, I get lost by speaking many times. many times. And I do hope you feel better, PD. Eating food overdose is not a game. There are real life side effects that happen. And I also put my shoes and then my socks. What? Huh? Hold on now. I don't like the sound of that. I like the sound of this though. Let me go ahead and move you back to the screen, and then back to the screen. And oh no, it's a 50-50, which means that, let's see, let's check on YouTube. Oh, YouTube says title screen. So since there's a 50-50, the YouTube says tiebreaker. So we'll do the title screen. Okay, all right. Lovely. Okay, let's go back to concepts. And I wish I could throw my chicken at the screen and have it teleport to you. I already ate. I ate a bagel. I couldn't eat. I could save it for later. That's at least a possibility, but I appreciate the thought. Saying that, now that we know what we're doing, which is going to be, you can still try. It took me one afternoon to learn Piano Man, both piano and harmonica parts. Talent 0? I would like to learn Piano Man at some point. That's a really good song. But my piano skills aren't there yet. Let me go ahead and do title screen. TITLESCREEN. I'm thinking for title screen, what if we make it have a fancy feel? Maybe because this is and again, this is mostly a placeholder song. I plan to upgrade the songs later, but this is just to fill in stuff. Right now, the placeholder song isn't a song made by me, so that's one of the reasons I want to change it, since again, I want to try to, as much as possible, make 100% of the game my things, if I can help it. So title screen, bones are cracking. Title screen, I'm thinking we can try making it fancy, maybe. Like the what is I'm supposed to say, studio. Like the Academy. I think fancy is a nice feeling.
Just subscribed.
Thank you
PB999 gifted a tier 1 sub to Rodrigo TPHS.
I'm telling you, you hand them out
They have
like
given
candy.
22 gift subs in the channel.
I'll give subs since I can't gift chicken. Toss it my way. Thank you. Fancy, what do you think? FANCY. Fancy tasty chicken. Let's do taste. Fancy, I think, would be a great place to start. Now, do we want to make it fast or slow? I think it can depend. There's some fancy music that is super fast, but there's also fancy music that's slow. Usually your classical music is the fancy music that is, well, even classical music, right? Like Mozart. Mozart's really fast. And too bad, I was very interested in chicken. The chicken experiment. Let's see. Fancy, I'm thinking, and I can't get gift subs, unfortunately, Zero. I don't know how it works on YouTube over there. I can say that YouTube, in terms of monetization, has been very confusing. It seems Twitch's stuff and things seem to be more easily tweaked. And what about Huh? Oh, yeah. Oh, now, I know this is random, but how many of you have seen Little Einsteins? I used to watch that show so often. It helped me learn a lot about classical music and padding. And I have, So I do know that the different speeds determined by that, and fancy in an aristocrat or royalty way. The idea is that we're dealing with a fancy academy. This is a rich kids academy. This is a rich kids club. And hi D-Jack, welcome. Climb aboard, get ready to explore. Yeah, exactly. And your game has to be fancy in a gothic way. Yeah. So how can I feel like gothic's spooky, right? Little Einsteins. Saying that, maybe, well, when I think of fancy, I also think of spooky. I think low. And hi, Flagel. I think I saw you earlier, but if not, hello. If so, hello, let's too. And organ? Yeah, organ. I feel like, you know what? Piano and organ feel the same to me, but let's add up here organ. Organ. O-R-G-A-N. There we are. Lovely. And they don't even pay there. And violins, organs, but upbeat. And what about Livin' a Vida Loca? That's a good song too. Saying that, now that we have a semi-idea, I think it's kind of easy to do it in here. It's not so much as seeing than hearing. Let me see one more time if the program that's supposed to show it on screen will show it on screen. It's not. Okay. What a shame. It really doesn't. Actually, you know what? Never mind. I think there is a way to do it.
Owenze is now following.
Hi, Owenze. Or maybe Owenze. You can tell me how close I got, but welcome to stream. Since this isn't working, I think what we can do is if we go into, because it's a very odd setup I have going on currently. Right now, the reason you can hear the piano is because I have it on in BandLab. So that means, it still kind of doesn't work. You can see the keys, but you can't really see the keys, so it's a little unfortunate. And theremin is beautiful. And trumpets count as fancy? Yeah, like when someone's announcing something, like that would be a trumpet. Let's see, Studio Grand keyboard, all this stuff we don't really need to worry about. I was hoping to show it up on screen so you could hear the difference between it being all the way up and all the way down. But that seems to not be the case. That's okay. In that case, you know what, I'll bring you to this screen, that way you're not looking at and violin organs, but yeah, I'm thinking. And Crumbias have trumpets and are not fancy. Never heard of Crumbias. Bet you can't play the beginning of what I've done. What do you mean, Zero? And let me go back into concepts. Okay. So, now that we have the idea of title screen and fancy, and we're thinking pianos and organs, we could try to do, yeah, you know what? Let's try to do the melody first. I am a melody person. And hi, Devilor. Welcome back to the stream. Hello. Welcome to brainstorming. The best part of learning. And Linkin Park, what I've done. I don't think I've heard that one before. Possibly. Okay, let's see. Something low. I like that. It's simple, but I like it. Yeah. Not that. Not the start. Maybe. Should it be really deep, or more medium? And what you storming today? Today we are brainstorming the title screen music for my game. It's supposed to be a fancy feel to it. I quite like this. Oh, where are we at? Oh no. Okay, I like these 3 keys. I say we go with them. So we can go into this guy here, which is the music tab, and add a toot at the end, or the toot at the overlaps of the ta-ta-ta. Oh yes, I understood that completely. So, to those who don't know how sheet music works, it's surprisingly a lot easier than I thought. And you have to mute Twitch 0. I'm everywhere. And best advice. Oh, big brain advice. The important thing to know is that up here there's this, what do you call it? I like to call it the scale. I think it is called the scale. But this represents different parts of the notes. So when I'm looking at my keyboard here, this sound here will represent a height on here. And I believe it's somewhere down here. Oh, that was close. And looking at the keyboard too, you can tell the note areas. And that's where remembering what keys or which keys can come in handy. I'm keeping my hand here so that I don't forget. Let's see if I have any notes here on keys. Any key guys here? Aha! Here we are. So this guy here, the way I remembered it, or the way I saw some YouTube videos. This is supposed to be the dog. This is supposed to, oh, hold on. This is the dog. Oh, if it'll let me. Nope, it won't. Interesting. Maybe, oh, that's why. Okay. This is the dog. This is the elephant. This is the cat. This is the grandma. This is the grandma. This are her apples. This is the back door, and this is the front door. Did you get all that? This, as I said, vivid imagination. This is supposed to be like like dog ears for the dog. So if I'm looking at my keyboard down on here, this is at the end of the dog. So this is an E key. What? See? I figured as much. People have different ways for remembering their keys. That's mine. I'll say it one more time, just that's a whole lot of imagination. So you have and I know the ads are going, so I'll let the ads do their ad thing. I'll explain this again. You have the granny here, right? The granny has a front door and she has a back door, and she also has some apples. And outside of the front door are an elephant, a dog, and a cat. And it's our grandma unicorn. She's a little magical. She can have a lot of guys. Usually though, I look for the D key and then everything else. And I'd break the roof, tell the refill the imagination was all used in the last comment. And hi grandma, over and over. And oh, PD, thank you. I could just receive the gift membership from PD. How sweet. Came over from the other side just to do it. Very sweet indeed. Let's see. Okay. and I was trying to figure out how to give 1 to 0. Oh, PT, you're too sweet. Truly, I really do appreciate it. And pain to you, but it doesn't let me pick. That's what I was saying. YouTube's really weird when it comes to that stuff. Twitch is easier, or at least I'm dying. Twitch is easier. And hey, Dark. welcome to stream. And I come in and there's a music sheet. Oh yes. And well, she has her method. It kind of works, you know. It sometimes works. And did I miss anything? Okay, good. Alrighty. So saying that, that's the E. And then in the middle of the keyboard, that's what I believe you call your middle C. And that middle C, I believe, is this guy here. So since we're at the lower end of the keyboard, we need to go towards the lower part and kind of just feel it out. Since most of it is, I don't know, I kind of just close my eyes and reach my arms out and just blindly check. What I can do, since it won't let me see, or it won't show up on screen, and I just want to make sure I don't forget this key. There we are. And I didn't get a thank you though. Very sweet indeed. And I've been having fun with the emotes. They're so cute. I'm glad, Dark. I was worried when I was making them initially about making them high quality, but the issue is they're so small. So really, it's just whatever comes to mind, I can scribble. I can scribble as much as I'd like. I'm gonna go ahead and copy the Muse score here, paste it, and then I should be able to make this smaller if I do this guy here. And then if I do this guy here, like this, and then like this, there we go. Okay, I'm hoping this will make it a little bit easier to follow along for people who don't know music as much. And again, it makes it a little bit easier for me. So now you can tell the letter. You can see there it says B, B3. So all we're doing right now is trying to find that note I did. Well, this note right here. And how completely expected. Or why does Granny have an elevator? I'm glad you asked. Granny is bound to have an elevator. Everyone needs an elevator, a convenient elevator in their life. And I did read that. Lovely. You have to make an emoji of the banana you made the other day. We're not having banana. Oh, I didn't even... I was saying, no banana emojis here. Now that we're off of ad break though, let me go ahead and mute this guy. So the sound we're looking for is a D that sounds like this. Saying that, and let me make this a little bit louder just so you can hear it a little bit more. And so this is our C. We go a little bit down, C, probably maybe here. No, that is F. And the D and the F, and this is where knowing them comes side to side. The F is the front door, right? And then we have the dog and the elephant, so it's like, aha, okay. That sound like it? That sounds lower. Maybe like, no. I think that sounds the same. And it's like a game of Flag Sleuth. I do enjoy it. Now, I'm curious about this guy here. There was a way I was told before that you could modify it so it's not too low down here and it makes it easier to read up here. I forget how to do it. Let's see if we can find it. There's a way so that it's not too all the way down here. Let's see. Nope, not you. I believe it's possibly you, and I think it has to do with the clef. Yep. And then it's one of these guys. One I want to use. I don't remember. Possibly you. If I drag that to there, does it work? Let's see. That makes it higher. How about you? Aha! Okay. And then that's the F. D. There we go. Sounds lower than that, but that's close enough. Art, programming, and music, is there anything you can't do? Well, hold on, Ironclad. Do you see me struggling? But welcome to stream, and I try. The whole point is to learn all aspects of game dev, so that's why I do these things. So let me go ahead and now I can mute this guy right here, and I think this is the key. This is the note. This is the note right here. And that's not very loud, is it? At least for me it isn't. Let me see if I can make this a little bit louder. Let's see, I drag this guy over here. Where are you at, Muse score? Lighten you up. How's that volume now? If I go ahead and just do this. Not louder. A little louder. That is a good. It seems to be. And it should be right below the green banner saying, I send one gift. And it says it's up to go get them. Huh. YouTube's very weird. And Iris has a crash course in reading music. Also, Iris, what is this thing? I told you! If it is not an immediate thing I have to remember, I forget it. Now that we have that note though, makes it a little bit easier because we just need the second and third note. So if that's the D, then we need the and just so that we're all on the same page, and because I also forgot. Let's go back into concepts. So we have the D, so we need the E and the F. E and the F. So let's go back over. It's gonna be a lot of screen switching. So let's go back into where are we at? Music. And low notes go on the below one. I'm saving this one here for the chords. This one here I like to keep to the melody just to make things a little bit easier on my eyes. I know it's not a what's the word I'm looking for? I don't remember. It's not orthodox. Not the one that usually is. And as long as you have them enabled, I see. And you just struggle along. I remember the first time I did the music study stream, musicians came in here and they were they were curious. Well, this is before the lessons. And hi, forgetful programmer. Welcome to stream. I think you were here earlier today. I know you were here the other day. Maybe not, but is this music score? It is. Yep. So we have our D, then we have our E, and then our F. So now, this down here that I play on here, and oh, poke. Hi, poke. Oh my, let's see. Right? That sound should be here. So if I go ahead and click this guy, that does not sound the same. I've been lied to. Yeah, something's off. It's the sound. That is not that sound. It needs to be... This one sounds warmer. Does that make sense? I'm dying again. This sounds warm. That does not sound warm. The issue is as well, what I found out is it can also sound different than when I play it on my keyboard because of the instruments in the program. That's one thing I've noticed about MuseScore. It seems to be, or it was at the very least, reliable when it came to instruments. When I would play something with the keyboard, it usually worked on the keyboard. Like the audio matched up to what I was hearing and what I was playing. I'm thinking that's the reason why. It doesn't even show what I'm showing you, but there's a lot of different instruments on here. I'm wondering if that's the reason why it's not sounding the same. So the keyboard I play sounds warm, but then the keyboard this one does not. And the one on the sheet is a higher note. Is it? Oh, hold on. Okay, let's that doesn't sound like it either. That's that note. See? It's somewhere in between. And then you go up here. Well, let's see. It sounds like it's higher than that. Right. This is, let's see, D, and then that's your, let's see, D, your F. E. I see. And, okay, did that lovely. And I bet it's Godot's fault. Usually is. There. That sounds nothing like this. That's the weird part. And that's another reason why I haven't done the other DAWs that have been recommended sometimes. I was hoping, and again, it could just be because I'm rusted and maybe I can't find the answer, but it has been the case, at least for me, it's been reliable, usually. It's just not reliable today, it seems, because this is, hold on, this is the middle C, oh no. C is the cat, right, with the dog. Yep, that's a C, okay. Now, this, I believe, either this one, middle C. Below that C, we have the next one down. So it's below the middle C. The middle C is this guy here. So it would be, if it was up here, if I go back up here, it would be, oh, hold on. That guy is our C, D, and then, hold on, E. So this sound should sound like, C. C, there. Doesn't that sound right? Okay. And if that's C, then we just need to go down one to the next C, and then above. So if that's our C, go down even more. Hold on. Like that. Is that the C? That's E. E, E, C. C's down there. Okay. Let's just bring you up. You come back down there. Okay. Let's C, D, E. Okay. And then we just bring them up by 1. So if we just go up here, now it should be D, and then E, and then get rid of that guy. F. That's what I had! But it's not doing the thing. That's okay. You know what? Oftentimes, the binding. So since it's not an A, B, C, D, E, F, G, apparently there's someone out there named Absidy, which is just E, A, B, C, D, E. You believe it. And I've returned home. So, since this doesn't work, or the idea I had, let's just, that's deaf. Yeah, that's deaf now. Okay, let's just hear it out then. I don't like that one. I don't like that one. Maybe. I like you. Maybe. Maybe. Possibly. That's okay. That's the B. That's the D. That's the D. B, C, D. So, B, the back door. Aha! I remembered. And then, that's what this is. Okay. Okay. And then, I think this is fine. This range here. Yeah, okay. So we've got the B, we've got a little bit of C, we've got a little bit of D. Now that we have the idea of these guys melody-wise, I think it'll be easier to make the melody if we work on the chords. I just wanted to get a bass line before we actually get the bass line. And again, I'm going back and forth because it's things I'm trying to remember, but this is the a look inside my mind. Isn't it clean and organized in here? And straight to the opening of Pokemon. I want to be the very best, like Zero ever was. That's silly. Let's go back into here. Now that we know we're going to use B, C, and D, let's see if we can find some chords in chaos. No! It's very neat and organized in here. I think, and also just because, like, it's still very much beginner, let's stick to the C major scale. That's none of the black keys, it is all of the white keys. So if we go, where are we at? There's a lot in here. Most of everything I've forgotten, but it's okay. Let's see. I'm looking for chords. It's over here. Chords are over here somewhere. About here, I believe. Okay. So, the idea is that, and I'm telling you, I so wish, you know what? Let me see if I close out you. I want to see if I can get it working. It'll be so much easier to explain if you can see what I'm writing, or not writing, but doing on the keyboard. So I'm gonna unplug that, replug that, then go into here, chord watch. Let's see. Chord watch, will you watch my chords? Working. Okay, good, lovely. That means I can do this, right? Are we good to go now, chord watch? Let me do this screen here. Hold on. Chord watch is here, and that is A. Yep, okay. And then you need to be, hold on. Nah. There's only 2 of you. You need to be the second one. This guy here. Don't you love a good old technical difficulty? And Bobby, blink twice if you're her hostage. He is here of his own free will. Thank you very much. Bobby loves it here. He wouldn't be, I'm dying so much today, oh my. He wouldn't be here otherwise. I could not make Bobby do anything. Not one bit. Bobby is a free soul. You know, I can control many things, but this right here, this is the wild child. Bobby on the loose, you better watch out. Let me set the audio to this guy here, and I believe now, okay. You can hear that, right? Let me mute this guy here. And you can see it. Good, okay, it's working again. I'm glad I tried. Okay, so, chords. What's the deal with them? Let me make this a little bit bigger to make things a little bit easier to see. Okay, and then let me make the audio also a little bit more. Let's see. If I do this, let's see. Lovely, okay. And Bobby's more powerful than any he knows. He did exactly. That's what if he knew how to use 100% of his brain, we'd all be in trouble. And Bobby's above all, as he has already seen everything there is. Indeed. I was saying about middle C here. If I click on this, so hold on. C is you. Aha, that's the middle C because it's at the middle of the keyboard. And what I was doing here earlier were these guys. Let's see, dog. Yeah, this guy. This. Those were the keys I was looking for. That's why I went down, because the C here would match up with the C here. So if I just go down and find the other C, that was the idea. Did not work. Now we're talking about chords. So speaking about chords, we only need to pay attention to the white keys. So this would be your 1. This is your 2. This is the 3. This is the 4. This is the 5. This is 6. And this is 7. So when it's talking about the numbers on here, if I go back into this guy really quickly, and we look at these numerals here, the Roman guys, when it's talking about the 1 and the 5 and the 3, that's what it means. So for example, this 5 here, and let me zoom out just so I can see. 5 would be G. And G's are grandma, so grandma. Did I do it? Yeah. See? And wait, he knows how to use any percent of his brain? No. This is him at 0% power. Anymore, Nita. We'd be in a little bit of trouble. Saying that, because we know we're going to use the keys, let's say, what was it? B, C, and D. The idea is that, because that is going to be in our melody, let's try to find a chord, what's the word I'm looking for? Like a chord recipe that has B, C, and D. Let me write that up here to make things a little bit easier to notice. B, add the C, the D. And power, 0 power, exactly. Exactly 0. So if you go down here, it makes it a little bit easier to see the, oh, you can't see it. Never mind. Let me there you go. You should be able to see it now. So the C, D, E, oh, hold on. C, E, G. So C, and then E, and then G. So that makes 1. The idea is that we have to, well, we don't have to, but by using these recipes, it makes the music sound nicer. And for a person that does not know a lot about music, if you follow the guidelines and don't try to break out of them too much, you can end up with something that sounds pretty nice, which is nice. Usually, the keys seem to start with, you can see blah, blah, blah. You can kind of see up here, 1, because we have the B, C, D, that's the 1, and I'm here. Hi, Toak. And I strain Bobby's true potential, otherwise nothing can stop him. You don't want the rings to be released. Don't want them at all. So I'm thinking, the idea is that you can start anywhere on here. We're only looking at this guy. Don't look at these guys down here. The idea is that, and actually, let me take a screenshot to make things a little bit easier. I go ahead and clip this guy up here. There we are. Lovely. Okay. I'm just gonna go down here to make things easier to see, especially since we're on the guy here. Okay. And what we want to do is find chords that have B, C, and D. Since that's the ones I thought sounded nice together. So I'll move this here, and then I'll move this here. Alrighty. We can start anywhere on here. It does not matter. Doesn't matter. But we just have to go left to right. And like, how do I say this in the lightest way possible? Music is complicated, yes. But it can be. It doesn't have to be. But the more I learn about it, I can also say it's very fascinating. Because, just as a quick demonstration, if I go back to this guy really quickly, it can explain things a little bit better than I can. This is the document I was sent. We go back into this guy. Oh, that doesn't look like the... Oh, no, we're good. It is this guy here. This is a document that goes over keys and the types of keys. It's okay. You don't have to know too much. All you have to worry about is the number here and the function. and the sound. That's really all. And I think, well, I keep saying, how do I describe it? But I like math and science. So when I look at these things for music, it's fun because it's like a little math equation I can solve. That's why I like programming too. And I did read that lovely. And music is complicated till it connects to the soul. Yeah, a lot of the times, you don't have to follow these guys. And oh, I really am dying. Oh no. A lot of the times you don't have to follow these. You don't even have to. These are just suggestions. They're ideas that could work if you want them to work. If you can make music that sounds nice without even looking at all of these guys, that's the point. It's to have a feel to it. All of these math equations can never... Oh, I am really dying. Okay, hold on. I will be right back. Let me go with the backup. I think we're okay. No, we're not. Help! Okay. Let's see if we can manage to make it manageable. We're not back here. I have no idea what's going on, unfortunately. Technical difficulties beware. You know what? It's fine. It is fine. And he can't comprehend anything because his mind is beyond the world's standards. Exactly. Thank you all for being patient. Okay. So, where were we? It's the stars, I tell ya. It's always the stars. The idea is that different chords give you different feelings. So if I go ahead and click on the 5 one, and oh, hold on, wrong screen here. Actually, let's see. Can I do this? What's the best way to go about this? I wish I can make these into add or edit image. Okay, let me screenshot these guys and then go from there. On a scale of 1 to 10, fine. Exactly. Let me screenshot these guys to make it a little bit easier to reference in concepts. Let me go back into here, and just to make sure the computer does not the keyboard does not die on us. I'll put these guys here to make it a little bit easier to see. Oh, wrong screen. I told you. So many screens. Let's see. It is this one. Yeah, lovely. Okay. And then we have two, and then I believe one more down here. Yep. Okay, lovely. Okay. So one more screenshot after this, and then we should be good to go. Here we are. Zoom out just a smidge, and then one more screenshot for the road. Let's see. I go to here, and then I go to here and here. Okay, should be good to go. And I did read that. Good. Okay. So, saying all of that, you like starting on a 5. 5 is pretty nice. You can see here 5 is set as a dominant, and there's different ones. If we go back over here, makes it a little bit easier to see. So there's tonics, there are predominants, and dominant. It says major, sometimes minor. Don't have to worry about that. We just need to know the idea. And stay in tonic for a sense of rest. All these guys here. Tonic's the most stable and restful. It serves as a home. Gives a sense of resolution and completeness. There is your predominant functions, which are your travel keys. I like to think of them as that. And your dominant functions. These are the ones. These are the guys. These are the really feel ones. Is the best way I can describe it. And then it goes here into the specifics of each one here. For tonic. Home chord. So, saying that, because we have B, C, and D, this C guy here, since we're working on the C scale, that means we can start off with C, which would be this guy here. If that was the start of our, what is it word I'm looking for? If this was the start of our chords, there we are. Okay, let me do this guy here. So if we were to go maybe like here, maybe that works. That's your C, that's the 1, and the 1 chord can go to any chord. So if we do maybe 1, now we can go to something else. Let's see. I'll go ahead and put on here 1. Really, don't have to get fancy or reinvent the wheel. I'm just gonna put on here 1 for now, which is the I. Roman numerals we're talking about. I've been trying to use them more often so I can get better at learning them. So from the tonic, let's see. Prepare for dominant harmony. Interesting. And that's 2. And then the medium, it's weak. Okay. Moves to 5 or 2 to begin harmony. Alrighty, well, let's go to 5 then. Let's see. Or that's 4. That's 4. So 4 would be, if we look back up here, right? That's the 1, 2, 3. This is 4. So the F one. And the F is FAC. We don't really have the FAC here, so maybe, let's see. Or 2. Interesting. So maybe 2. That has a D in it, so maybe 2. So maybe what we can do is... I don't like that too much. How about, let's see. This is 1. And then what if we move to 4? That would be F, the front door. The front door, like that. That sounds really happy. I'm not sure I'm ready for that happiness, but I like that a little bit better, I think. So maybe we go to this guy here. So I, V. And then from there, let's see. We have that guy there, and then we move to a subdominant. And then if we look at the subdominant, it prepares for the dominant. So that's the guy. So if we look back here, the IV, it goes to the V. We can just go to 5. That would be a whole guy there, 3 of them. If I just didn't do that there, we can do maybe 1, 4, 5. The hope is to get something on the board first, and then we can refine it. Possibly we have, let's see. Oh, that's really deep, isn't it? Let's see. And then we go to 4, and 4 is front door, so. And we have this. And then it would be something like that. Okay, that's not too bad. And I am dying. Help! Let's go back into the screen here. Let's see. I think I can see internet. The internet's been weird since I've moved. It's not made it the easiest thing to play around with. So let's see. We need to go to this screen. We're doing 1, 4, then 5. Okay, and 1, 4, 5 is C, then F, and G. Okay, let's go into where we at here. Oh, we are in me score. Okay. So down here, now that we know we have these guys to work off, let's just go ahead and delete them just a bit. And I am dying! Oh no! Okay. Oh no, this is not good. Not good whatsoever. Not good in the slightest. It's 2:30. Like, we started at 1, so it's been about an hour and a half. Wondering if what could fix it. The stream is working. It's just me that's not working. I never thought I'd say that. Okay, let me try something else. Let's see. Maybe, possibly, maybe something else. Out of ideas. But I'm hopeful. So let me go ahead and move this guy like up here. You know what? You can go here. There you are. Lovely. Okay. So what we were doing was doing 1, 4, 5. And I'm thinking we make it really deep. Like that. 1 would be our C. So let's go ahead and this guy here. Oh, hold on. We want to go down here. There we are. And we don't need the rest. We undo the rest. The rest, you're not needed. Well, let me. Oh, there we are. Okay, lovely. And the internet can't keep up with the seriousness. The other just gods to eat us. Let's see. Let's do... Alright. So we just need to find the C now. Where's the C? I found the C. And then it'll be D and then E. That would be your C, D, E. And then we have the next one, which was the 5, right? That starts at the F. And the F, I believe... Let's see. Well, C, D, E, F. And it'll be this guy, and then it'll be this guy, because that one comes afterwards. Oh, hold on. Like that. So all in all total, it would be, if it'll let me escape and zoom out a little bit, we have... And then it would go back down and loop around. So something like, I click the loop button, this should work. Oh, no, this guy here. There we are. There you go. And again, very simple, but you can spice it up, which is what we'll do next. Now that we have the idea of using these 3 guys here, we can get a little spicy with it. So, by what spice do you mean? For those that don't know sheet music, how it works is that the different notes have different symbols. It makes it a little bit, well, I can do it this way. This is, music has lengths, right? You've possibly heard of the 4 beats. If I go back to this guy here and I click on that guy, this is the whole note. I think that's the name. It lasts for the whole section here. This one here is the half note. It lasts for half of it. Oh, hold on. Half of it. This one's the quarter. You maybe guess. It lasts for a 4th. This one here, this is the 8th. It lasts for an 8th of the section. And then this one here, there's some more. There's tons of them. You can't even see. Oh, what a shame. But I mean, a good thing for you. There's the 16th. That's one of my favorites. There's so many. Well, it's A-okay. The good news is they're hidden. There's also 32. There's also 64. We really only need the 16th. So all the thingies do done in another way than other things, and also do done. It's surprisingly clear. So if you just listen to this, you can kind of feel out the lengths. If I hold on. There's a certain difference. Something I learned is that scales don't have to be one whole note. You can spice them up. So for example, this one here is our, let's see, C, E, G, our seg. So if we go back to here, just for a quick second and zoom in a little bit here, there are ways to spice it up now. I forgot. And I try to refresh my memory on it. But for example, we can kind of do, let's see, we take the quarter note, right? So quarter note, that was this guy here. That's for 4 of them. And if I click the right button, there we go. The idea is that now that I have 4 spaces to work with instead of 1, we can use only C, E, G, but we can make it sound spicy. And is this called an arpeggio? I think that's the word I'm looking for when it goes up and down. If we start on, let's see, C, E, G. So we could even just do this, and then maybe up, and then we can go middle, and then maybe like that. Like that. So it turns this chord to this, something like that. Oh, actually, you know what? How about that? Ah, how about that? It sounds pretty studious if you ask me. Right up, but... Okay, and maybe now that we have this pattern, we just what's the word I'm looking for? We continue it. So since we have the down, up here, we'll just go to this guy here. So this F, we just started at F. So we can copy this guy, paste this guy here, move it up to F. Where are we at? Where's F at? I believe this is F. And hi.
Yay, Primo just subscribed.
Primo. Thank you for the subscription. Welcome back to stream. I remember that name. I forget how to say it. Was it AJ Primo or was it AJ Primo? But thank you all the same for the subscription despite the technicalities. welcome as well. I don't think I've seen you in a second. Let's see. This is F, I believe? Yeah, okay. So we have the C, right? Starts with the C. This is F. And then we go, oops, copy, and then paste. So we move it up one more, like this. So now instead of the chords sounding like the first one, the first one today, do you mean? Or coming today? I know you haven't subscribed before. But you've been here before. I do know that. I remember that name. Oh, no. My mind's all over the place. You mean pronunciation? AJ Primo. Is that it? Let's see. Turning our chords, right? It goes from this. Just simple, you know, I like simple. I'm a simple person. It turns it into this. And then maybe a loop. So let's see. We go ahead and loop these guys. Loop you there. I kind of want to keep it lower. I don't want to go up. Right? I think maybe we can go down instead. So instead of this guy going up, maybe what we can do is go for a lower one. So you can kind of see this, what was I talking about before? This guy here, you have your, where are we at? C, right? That's a C. This is also a C. So if we want to go lower, we can still keep to the same pattern. So instead of having the F here, maybe what we can do is have the F down here. I don't know where the F is. Ah, I found it. And then we go ahead and move this to here. So this guy up here. So maybe something like this instead. Go ahead and grab it, wrap it around, and... I like that a lot better than it going really high. Like, what's the word I'm looking for? But I like the metronome. Doesn't it sound nice? And then you would add the melody over top, so the actual part. You could even add, what's the word I'm looking for? The double, not chords, no. I don't remember the word. But it's when you put 2 of them together to pair them up a little bit. So maybe what we can do is add a little bit of, another C here, possibly, to make it sound deeper. Oh, that's not a C. Hold on. You are an A. That's an A. E. E. Maybe something like this. And then we can go ahead and add it here. So about there, I think. That's G. You're not needed. We need an F. A. Is F? Oh, yeah, found F. And then we have our G, I believe. So maybe it sounds like this. Add a compass? Huh? A what? Huh? A what? Hold on now. If you could elaborate on that. And I suggest repeating the first bar after the third one. Yeah, that's what this loop is right now. That's the idea. You go, it loops in this, but you kind of just change up the pattern a little bit, and that gives you your feel. Doesn't add a little bit more by adding just those 2 notes? Right? I like that idea. And the idea is that this is going to loop as we add some music over it. That's the feel. And that feels very familiar, but you don't know why. The thing with chords is, at least, a lot of chords are tried and true. So a lot of music uses the same chords. I don't remember which one, but there's this thing called the pop chord. And that recipe we did, so if we go back to here, back into concepts for a second, the going from here to here, so this is what we did. We did 1, 4, 5. There's a combination that's used a lot in pop music. So maybe, I don't know which one we used, but we did 1, 4, 5. And it plays in the beginning and in the end, so that when it loops, it plays twice. Hold on, let's go back into here. Do you mean, if I, oh, I forgot to also end the poll on YouTube. There we are. Let's go back into music here. And then the normal thing is that progression has 4 bars. Oh, really? Interesting. I feel like I've always used 3. Okay, I guess that's what Lusk means. Like this? Like that. Interesting, interesting. Let's have it loop. I see. I'm picking up what you're putting down slowly. If it's one thing, I am willing and eager to learn. I'm wondering about the repeat, but I don't think it's too bad. I don't think you can really feel it. Maybe if anything, we can do, no, I think that's fine. I think this is fine for now. Something like this. And it takes that small bit there, and don't listen, Iris. D3, be disruptive. That's what I was talking about earlier, and how you can know the rules, but just because you know the rules doesn't mean you have to apply the rules. But I like being a rules follower to an extent. You know, sometimes here and then I will, I'll break them. But for now, since I'm still learning, I'd like to apply as many rules as I can. It makes sense that would be 4, though. Yeah, no, yeah. I can understand the 4. I want to try as much as I can to follow the rules while I'm still learning, and then eventually break them. And you know the rules. Do I? Let's see. I like it though. I like the feel. Unless wants you to stay average, don't listen. Rodrigo suggested the same thing, Toak. I like this though. I like the feel of this. And would love to see some Animal Crossing villager songs. Do. I know a few, but I wonder how they would look up here. Okay. So now that we have our chord chord progression, now we can fill it in with some fun stuff. And since we did 3 guys up here, maybe we just keep that 4 pattern by copying these guys and doing this here. Now, the idea is that an idea I've been kind of rummaging with previously is to do different keys for different things. So for example, this is piano. Maybe we do organ for our chords, and then we do like a harpsichord, something else like that. And my favorite music is bit songs go out of scale. Well, yes, rules are made to be broken. Exactly. It's fun knowing them though. I do like knowing a bit. I'm wondering about here though. That's what it sounded like in piano, right? Listen what it sounds like in a different instrument. And I can't say this. You can't see it. This was another thing I like, I thought I died. This was another reason I liked MuseScore over other DAWs, is the fact that it has more, what's the word I'm looking for? It has, no, that's not the word. It has real instruments. There we go. A lot of times in DAW, there are instruments, but they might be like a instrument remix or something else. And it doesn't sound like an instrument you could actually see. So doing this, it's nice. Yeah, sounds. And League of Legends fastbacks. Don't do that to me. I've been sober for a good few months now. Let's see. I do want to. Oh, and agreed. If I go here, I'm trying to see if you. Oh, there we go. Lovely. So the fun part about MuseScore is that it has all the instruments we were talking about. It's got your percussions, it's got your strings, and it has the actual instruments. And this is compared to something, if we quickly go back over here just to show a comparison. If I do, oh, where are we at? Wrong screen. There we are. Wrong screen for me, not for you. If we look at something like Beatbox, for example, and we go to this guy here, can you, oh no, you can't see it. But the instruments don't quite sound the same. So the fact that there's a whole list here that's not showing up, and oh, it does have a Celestia. Interesting. Last time I checked, it didn't. So it's interesting. But all I get is Sawtooth and dubstep yo-yos. Oh yeah. So that's why I've been enjoying MuseScore, is the fact that I get to use I say real instruments, but there's no real instrument. I guess the word I'm looking for is physical instruments. Instruments that people can take to orchestras and concerts, but all the same, some of my favorite music is an actual instrument. It's an instrument combination, so I can say I'm not too picky, but when it comes to me making things, I've found to be the case that I enjoy the instrument, because when I Google what sound makes this sound, or what would be a creepy sound, I get instruments, but then I don't know how to translate that into the program I'm using. And breaking rules is a rule you have to break by following rules. Break them all. So if I go to pipe organ, listen to how this sounds now. Interesting. Hold on. Did it do it right? There we are. Sounds completely different. The idea is that by doing it in piano, you get the feel, and then you can spice it up with different instruments. What was another one we had the idea of? Subscribe and follow for more tips. And hold on, let me make sure the key does not die, or the keyboard does not go out of service. Let's see. Also on the list we had, where were we at? We also had on here the xylophone, the accordion, and I remember someone said tuba. I'm curious to see about the tuba, so let's I'm curious to see if I do a tuba. Tuba. Now which one? Unspecified. Tuba phone. Bass tuba. Let's just, And this crescendo is not aligned with the spooky theme. It feels spooky though, right? When you add an organ in there. And breaking rules makes rules. It's heresy to call it a rule. Ruleception. Let's see. How about this guy here? Oh. I don't know. I like that. That's pretty nice. I'm just saying. That is really nice. It feels like almost you're floating in space, so I don't know if I'd call it studious, but I could feel this being spooky. Maybe a little silly though. I've heard, at least, whenever I think of tuba, I think a little silly. So maybe instead what we can do is not tuba. Let's try the other instruments. There was also the harpsichord. That one's what's the word I'm looking for? First, I want to see. I know they have the theremin in here. Yeah, there we are. That was another thing too. It sounds like a theremin, and I think what toak means is the chord progression is going up. This one's going down though. I made it go down instead of up. This is, the up would be all the way up here, so I made it go down in the lower areas. Let's go on point. I see. Got ya. Yeah, I made it go down instead of up, so I went with this lower F than the higher F in hopes of making it sounds like muffled voices potently from sort of a basement. I mean, that is kind of spooky. Oh, that's spooky. That's spooky, all right. I introduced to you the theremin. It could make anything spooky. That is pretty good though. I do like it. Another thing, there is a way to, I don't remember how to do it, but there's a way to make it fast too. And the toak, you can't expect me to read that. The polyphonic crescendo of quantized arpeggios, oxalized in a dissonant vortex of timbral entropy, may try glissando reverberating through a fractal cadence, modulating the sonic nebulas, polytempic dissonance, to give a spooky flavor. I should have known. I wanted to see about the harpsichord. We go back into here. Now that one I've been having a lot of fun with. Harpsichord. Let's see. I click this guy again. We make it up worse now. I recognize some of them, and that's how they ask me for compositions. That's scary. That gives an academy feel. I can't say that. Like there should be some do-do-do-do-do-do. I kind of like that though. And glissandos? Which one would it be? This one, I like this one too. What about the Celestia? That was the other one, right? Celestia. Oh, there it is. Celestia. Let's see about Celestia. Well, that's spooky too. And not really, but there's making pronunciations for sure. Oh yeah, I'm the best at pronunciating things. I like this. And the first one goes down, yes, but I think the overall motion should goes up. F, G, C. Hold on. Let's see. F, G, C. It goes C, F, G, C, C, F, G. I'm not wrong, just noting it. I get it. I think I do. I'm trying to. As understanding is trying. As, yeah, different things. I'm thinking what can help, or what usually is the case, right, is the, when it's slower, it's spookier. I feel like this is what you would hear if you were at a carnival. Oh, not that one. Hold on. Carnival would be the Celestia. If we do the Celestia again. Celestia. I think carnival. Right? You're at a spooky carnival. That's the feeling I get. Also, also, as well as the theremin. But I kind of like the harpsichord. I'm thinking maybe what we can do is make it a little bit more perky instead of moody. The theremin, yeah, I do like the theremin. So maybe what we can do is bump up the speed. So instead of 100%, maybe 120%. How does that feel? That's not too bad, not too bad. Interesting, interesting. Curious about the theremin again, just to hear it. Theremin. There we are. Let's see. I kind of like this. Right now, the song goes like do 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 do. So it kind of feels, it has that feel. I think this deeper, and that melody also sounds so quirky. It's fun. Yeah, I like the quirky feel. A little bit of quirk. No, let me just make sure that doesn't die or go to sleep. Okay. So now the idea is that to do a melody, to apply the rules, we have to stick within the keys used here. And the idea was that by using the keys earlier, when we were up here and we were doing the keys up here, the hope was that we would find something or an area of range that we liked. And the idea is that by adding something here, it can possibly add the thing there. And quirky does not equal spooky. We have a few things we're trying to accomplish here, Toak. And let's add an instrument. Maybe we can do the Celestia, possibly? Let's see. Theremin. Oh, I want to add an instrument. New instrument. Celestia. There you go. Add. Okay. There we are. There we are. And all you need to know for this guy is that this is the one instrument. This is the other instrument. So all we have to do is just pay attention. And oh, I think I also accidentally deleted something. Hold on, let's see. It is this guy here. Oh, this guy needs to be pasted there. Okay. And then we have this guy to this guy, which is our loop. And I feel like a fast melody would be great. This is fast. We can crank it up. Hold on. If you're requesting fast, let's see. 150. Oh, hold on. You have to select it. Let's see, hold on. I like it. Yeah, how about that? Let's see. Hold on. So, what's the and this should be when the time is almost over. that would feel. Right now we're making like a title screen one, but I could see it. Yeah, as the time's going off or time's going down, or well, the way the game works is that once everyone's out of the restaurant, the day's over. So even if the day clock ends, everyone has to leave first. But it could be a thing of where maybe if the day ends, let's see. CDE, and it's the title screen. I zoned out. No worries. This is C. I'm thinking something along here. Let's see. So let's just go ahead and do some. Let's do eighth note. Yeah, eighth note. And then we just have to find the C I used. I think that's the middle C. And the title screen's when you're playing on hard mode. And this is for the title screen, yeah. Title screen won the vote, so we shall do the title screen. And then another time we can work on the cafe sound. So let's see. Ah, interesting. Huh. I wanted to do da-da-da-da, so this would be da-da, and then it would go down, da-da, and then da-da, da-da. I don't know about the instrument. Oh, that's pretty good. Da-da-da, da-da-da. Let's see. Hold on. Paste you here, and then go back. Okay, now that seems too fast. The title screens when you're playing on hard mode. Oh boy, I don't know about the instrument, but maybe the music changes immediately as soon as hard mode is brought into it. Ah, I see. Huh, interesting. Okay, maybe not the Celestia, maybe harpsichord, possibly. Let's see, how about that? Ah, I quite like that idea. Okay, so then we just need to make sure you're in our C. That. Do-do-do-do. I don't know about that one. Also, does this not play it? Oh, something's wrong. We need this guy here? No. Then we need you. And then we need you. And then we need you. There you go. Hold on, let's just delete all you guys. And then copy you, paste you. There you go. And cafe music should just be poor quality eating sounds and crickets. I remember playing this one game on the computer. It was maybe a Cool Mouse game. It was like a McDonald's simulator. It was bad in a great way, like a bad way. It was so overly difficult and hard that I had no idea what I was doing, and it was weird, and it was great. If I could find that game again, I'd play it. I've always wanted to actually not go bankrupt. It was good. Great game. Let's see. Yeah, I think that's fine. That sounds so evil, like dee-dee-dee-doo. Let's see. Maybe up here. Let's go back to that C ID up here, right? Is that C? Are you C, good sir? You are D. Let's see. C. So C is down here, right? Yep. And then you would need to be that. Like that. And the minimum wages. And you'd be surprised, I tell you. Let's see. Doesn't sound the same. I like the other instrument better, I think. I think that's the issue I'm having at the moment. Is I like the other one. Maybe organ? Organ, maybe that will be better? Let's see. Nah. Yeah, I think the Celeste sounded a little better. And what is minimal? Fun. That's what it is. No. Something about it. That is about to start in a second, so let them do their thing now. That way we don't get interrupted. I'll put this guy on while I think. Gonna think for just a quick old second. Telling you, if I had more time today, you know, let me make sure that doesn't die on us. If I had more time, I would have had a little bit of coffee on the side. I was looking forward to it, but they didn't have time for instant coffee. Sometimes they go with the classic AeroPress, but instant coffee is delicious. Now, iced coffee. I could talk about iced coffee. And does anyone remember the Godot coffee? That was a craze back in the day. It's still tasty though. Just a little bit of whipped coffee. And oh, hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Hold your horses. Oh, this is the whole. The voice is great. Let me go here for a second and kill who I'm innocent. Oh, wait, murder where? No murder here, I assure you. I think I can just drag and drop this video and you should be able to see it. If I drag it and drop it into there. Ah, there we are. Let me mute this here. Okay.
The polyphonic crescendo of quantized arpeggios oscillated in a dissonant vortex of timbral entropy, maybe triglissandos reverberating through a fractal cadence, modulating the sonic nebula's polytempic dissonance to give a spooky flavor.
Oh! I didn't know! It's so perfect, Petey! It's lovely! It sounds perfectly how I would imagine someone would say this. The polyphonic crescendo of quantized arpeggios, oscillized in a dissonant vortex of timbre entropy, maybe triglissandos, reverberating through a fractal cadence, modulating into the sonic nebula's polytempic dissonance to give a spooky flavor. It was lovely, Petey. Charlie! Oh boy! The pronunciation though, yeah, it sounds smart when you say it. It sounds silly when I say it. I'm the silly smart. I make it sound so silly that it ends up turning smart big brain. And kind of sounds like the let's go gambling. Oh boy. Now let's see. Let me go here. Where are we at? Oh, I forgot the guys here. Yeah, one of these days I'll be able to say it. I'm sweating for the beers, but I didn't know you played it. No, Petey. I hope you get help. I heard it from the moment I heard it. I wanted to share it. I clicked play and I realized this voice must must be shared. It really is lovely though, Petey. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed every second of listening. Oh boy. Oh, the thing's out, isn't it? Alrighty then. Now, where were we before the polyphonic crescendo? Let's see. Let's go back into music. Okay. Let's go into here. Lovely. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, I like the sound, but it doesn't sound... This feels spooky. Spooky. Breaking news! This person has a great voice. I agree. 10 out of 10. Let's see. Do-do-do. That doesn't sound like it. Do-do-do. Yeah, hold on. That's why it doesn't sound like it. Do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do. Yeah, that's the issue here. The issue is, it's not long enough. I'm thinking we grab this guy here, and we need to do a, maybe a half? A quarter? Well, that's already a quarter. Maybe a half, like this. Let's see. Do. No. Maybe. Do. Dun dun. Copy you. Paste you. Do. Doesn't sound quite right. Indeed. It's the feel there. I know it's there. It's just finding out how to say it. Maybe what we need is the good old piano back. Classy piano. Let's see. Do. Like that. I do like that. Do. Okay, possibly. It's way too long of a pause. And this is a half rest? What is the rest here? 8th note. Perhaps we make you a 16th note. And then we copy you and paste you there. Oh, definitely not. That does not sound good in the slightest. Oh. Maybe instead we make these guys here are lower, so this is 8th note, I believe. Maybe if we make the make them, oh, if it'll let me. There we are. Maybe if we make you smaller. Yeah. Smaller notes. And then we make you that note. Let's see. No, the other ones were better. So it seems it was a little too fast. This one just feels a little bit too long. So maybe instead we do you guys. Oh, hold on. Hold on. There you go. You 4, and then we have a little pause. That doesn't sound as bad either. Let's see. Yeah. Da. Okay. You need a da. Where's a da? Maybe an 8th note here, and then a da. No, it's not a da. Where's a da? Da. Yeah, that's the one. Found it! And this sounds fun. It is! Like I said, music's always something that I've always wanted to do. And the fact I could, well, the thing was, I wasn't expecting to get into music so seriously. And I swear I know something sounds very similar. It always seems to be the case, at least when it comes to music a little bit. It's a thing of, I know there is something a little similar, but I'm not sure where. But, let's see. Nah. I need the dun-dun. Where are we at with the dun-dun? Get rid of you. No. Da. Maybe that? That's not too bad. Not too bad. She lurks in the shadows, keyboard in hand, dropping real voices across the chat. It was a safe spot to light. That's not your talk! You're spreading lies around here. With sick beats, but still, lies. Lies, I say. Okay, let's see. How about this? The issue is, I think, the instrument. I like the theremin sound, but I don't know if the theremin likes me. If I make this piano again, just out of curiosity, how does it sound? Or maybe if we just make this the piano, or the theremin, let's see. And the big brother wants you silent. No. Not too bad. I think it's too low for this guy to measure. That's the issue here. What if I made you both pianos? Just out of curiosity. Yeah, no. Boy piano? Oh. Hold on. I see. Alrighty, well, let's just go back to maybe organ. Organ. O-R-G. Organ. Yeah, and then also let's make you organ. That. Oh, you know what I just realized? We've been on the bottom this entire time. Do it. Oh boy. The organ. Okay. Move you up there. Da-da. Interesting. Maybe that's why they sound similar, is the... What is the word I'm looking for? The keys are the same. We have to move this guy up here. Up here. To our C. That's up here. Like that. I think that's C. Instead, it sounds like... Let's see. Something like that instead. And then when you put it together, let's see. Interesting. I can say that much. Let's see. It sounds like a carnival, if I'm being honest. Doesn't it? I also think these guys are way too low. Maybe the dun dun just needs to be a little bit less dun dun. Like that dun dun. Dun dun. How about that? Do. And make a good beat. And doesn't that sound very... That's what I'm thinking. Something's wrong. Maybe it's the speed that's the issue here. And it sounds like it's not spooky, but I have to say the chaotic noises are somewhat enjoyable. I like it. The thing is, you know, sometimes it's just not meant to be. But if it's not meant to be, just save it for a rainy day and come back to it later. And you make it a trumpet? Sure, hold on. Let's see. Trumpet coming right up. Trumpet. Are you? Trumpet. And then trumpet. Oh, hold on. Trumpet. Trumpet. There you go. Let's see. Now that sounds silly. Let's see. Yeah, maybe it's the speed now. That's the issue. Yeah, I think it might be the speed. Maybe make it 130. Oh, hold on. That's a little bit more title screeny, I feel like. And then as far as this guy, we had it as the Thuru right? Let's see. Okay. So now... I feel like that's a little bit better. And now if we use the actual right area, I thought it was down here, it's up here. I think that was the issue. If we go back to using like maybe the harpsichord for that schooly feel, now it will possibly sound correct. As we're now, I'm not saying this area up here, but I just mean the feel. I don't think the tune is correct. Something's up. Oh, you know what? That doesn't sound too bad. Not as bad as I first assumed. But let's see. Alright. Oh, hold on. Let me loop it. Okay. And I really like how that sounds. I'm glad you do, PD. This is the fun part where we just sit, think, and wonder what could be. But I do like this. I think this is nice. It's just finding that extra little flutter. I like the da-da-da-da, but yeah, it's not a title screen. I feel like that's a little bit too much. I feel like we have to be refined, right? We have to be elegant. So to have this elegant feeling, we need to rein ourselves in and act a little slower. Something you can have on in the background while you're waiting. Right now, hold on. Let me grab the current song for my game, just so you have something to go off of now. I like the current song, but I didn't make it. And I said before, but I want it to be, this game, to be the one project I can say I put on Steam and everything, that most of it, if not 100%, so 95% of it, I was able to create myself. And I have the perfect melody for the rhythm. Can I sing it and share it with you? But you will definitely not talk. You're terrible, I tell you. And I think this title screens is somewhat safe and cozy. Yeah, right now, and I mean this in the best way possible, it is obnoxious. It's a title screen song that just gets in your face and says, hey, I'm here. And I really like it. And I think that's what I was trying to do again. It was just, hey, I'm here. And I'm gonna miss it because it also had some trumpets. It was like, rah, rah, rah. So I'll show you it. So you believe me. It just has to load up. So give it a second. Let's go back into concepts while I see if I can find it. It's a lovely song. I really like it, but it doesn't fit the whole school refinery feel. I think it is. No, it's not that one. Is it this one? Let's see. No, it's not that one. Let's hear it. I'm looking for it. No, it's not that one. Not this one. Yeah, how about this one? Uh-huh. Oh, actually, I don't know what the you know what? Hold on. let's look together, shall we? Welcome to programming. Just really quickly, I'm trying to find the music. It should be here somewhere. I'm just not sure where. Main menu button? Nope. We need the main menu screen. Yep. And then where's the music at? Our audio player. Because when the music plays, the audio starts up, and then it gets the good stuff. Let's see. There should be something that plays. And I wasn't ready to look at these files quite yet, but it should be somewhere. Oh, never mind. It's at my out of game menu screen. This guy here. Where are we at? Out of game screen. This guy here should have our audio. Yeah, there we are. And the audio is called Cafe Music. Okay, Cafe Music. That was easy. Why? Actually, I probably should have just looked it up that way. And hey, stop slacking around. We got Necrotype Cafe. That's the vibe I'm getting. We got stuff to do. And let me go ahead and just drag this guy in here to make it easier to hear. Back into Eagle we go. That up for a quick old second. If we do, where are we at? Eagle. Good call, voice. Okay. And then we go ahead and do. Now, Petey, what did you just send me? Oh boy. Do you want me to look at it now, or you know? If you don't know, how am I supposed to know? Let's see. Let me open to this guy here. Oh, open in terminal. No, yeah, file manager. There we are. That's the one I want to look at. Drag it to here. No, I believe this music. Let me see if I can figure out who exactly made it. I think this one was by Bert Cole. Let me double check that, and I can do that by just going to where I credited it at. I go to quickly Necro. Oh, well, I already have it saved apparently on the the screen. This one I believe is Bert Cole. And I'm dying, I'm sweating. Let's hear the PD again, shall we? I'll only do it with PD's expressed permission. I didn't get that last time. I just want to make sure we're on the same page. Let's see. Go back into Eagle. So this is the current main menu song. If we go to Eagle, this guy here. There we are. You can play it on street. Okay. Hold on. This is currently the song. But it gets better. Hold on. This feels like main menu music, and I really like it. It's good. This is nice. But you can feel how slow the tempo is, right? So I think keeping it in that line of slow will be better. And I like this tool. This one is called Eagle. It is the bird. Basically, Eagle the bird. If you type in that in like a file manager, it should work. And where can I download the OST? It is, I don't remember where. A long time ago I had the music and I had it saved on my computer. But if you search for it, I believe you'll be able to find it. They do have it credited up on the edge. If you're curious. I like it a lot. That's the current one, but times have changed, and it really has a nice hi Colonel, welcome to stream, welcome back, and it does indeedy. Now I'm just curious to see. Oh no. Oh boy. Okay, I will save this for when we have another ad break. But I have it up on here on the side. Saying that though, I think that's why I didn't feel very theme songy, or main screen at least. I don't know about the theme song. That's a lot of pressure. But I'm thinking slow and steady. So instead of this really fast one, hold on, let's just move this up here. That was very fast. And shop theme? I would love to do a shop. I really like all the shop themes from Undertale. Well, never mind. I like the specific one from Rules Card. I have that one pulled up as like a ringtone, and we'll keep it for the title screen, and then use PD's check for banking and typing. Oh boy, easy peasy, sell it off to the masses. So instead of this one, I kind of feel like this one makes you feel a little bit dizzy when you hear it. That's the feeling I get. And Undertale's shop themes are another level. Yeah, they're really good. They're, oh man. The Temmie one's really good too. Just the ba-doo, ba-doo. Kind of sounds like this. Maybe that's why I think it's a little bit silly. It has that silly feel, and I want to rein in the silly a little bit. This is a possibility to be spooky. Maybe the issue is it's still a little bit too fast. What if we make it 110 instead? Because the slower it is, usually the spookier. And try making the deeper noises chimes. Can you elaborate a little bit, Zero? Do you mean the instrument? Or what do you mean? Well, see, that sounds spookier than silly now. Now go listen to them. You should. I'm thinking maybe the 120 is good. An instrument, yes, okay, sure. Chimes, you said. Chimes, hold on. C-H-I-M, chimes. Well, there's so many. Bamboo wind chimes, wooden chimes. Then the only Toby Fox shop music that's submitted is the Robot Guys. I don't know about that one. I'm gonna have to re-listen to that one. But welcome back, Rudy. welcome. Oh, hold on. The death tolls are coming for you. How creepy. Oh boy. I think maybe 125 is a good speed. I like that idea. See. Yeah. I think this is good. It's on the soothing side. We just need a bit over top, and this isn't gonna work. Okay. So saying that. Alrighty. Fancy, refined, that made my soul shiver. Speed does, yeah. Speed does do that. Let's go ahead and get rid of my do. Okay. Let's do this. Okay. If we do something higher for the harpsichord. Oh, how about like do. So. And then that sounds like, what's that song? I think it's Chopsticks. Maybe I'm just thinking of ideas that are, you know what? That's music in a nutshell. But, yeah. Maybe up here. Do. So, let's see, that's upper, so, that was a really long note too. Let's zoom in a little bit, and then, let's see. So this is C, I think maybe that's the C. Aha! And then, so this needs to be longer. Yeah. And then we go here, and we do 8th note. And what about your timbers? Can't forget the timbers. So do, and then do. It needs to be longer. That is not long enough. Let's see. Okay. The next one up to being long is this whole note. See? Okay, yeah, that's not too bad. And then this guy needs to be shifted. Well, see. It needs to be like do. This, I think this is too fast. Maybe like that. Nah, I like my stairs. This just doesn't feel quite right. And might make it more relaxing 3 times faster. 0. You can't handle 3 times faster. That's 300%. 300. Just there you go. Now this guy here, half note. Hold on, let's write it. Yeah, do, like that. Maybe. No. Something, this guy here, that guy needs to change. In the harder mode. Would be scary. You played Spider-Man, you have to do the same now. There's an array of several songs, so you play one after another. Tomorrow, you can listen to the next and the previous. Ah! Good old music player, I suppose. And yeah, I think that the next version is good to go. Easy peasy. I say, we've made a hit. A golden record. I think that's it, possibly. There needs to be a pause. Rest. Hold on. Yeah, I think that's it. So do. Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay. This needs to be like a half pause, not a whole pause. So like a little bit of a half guy there, and then put you there. Okay, maybe not half. Maybe you need to be a quarter. How about a quarter? Can we do a quarter? Not a quarter. Maybe a eighth note. Possibly. Let's see. There we go! That's the pause I'm looking for. Okay. Yeah, okay. Yeah. There it is. Okay. So, got those guys. Maybe that. If we keep going with this eighth note, I believe, we do the right. So then we do. Well, hold on. So do. Go down one more. So maybe do. Nope, definitely not you. Do. And then yeah, okay, maybe that. No, definitely not you. The charts better brace for impact. You'll have them shaking in their boots, timmering me bones. You won't be able to handle it. Let's see. Do. Oh, let's see. Do. What the do? So maybe. Do. So maybe. Eighth note again. Hold on. Do. Let's see. Do. No. Let's see. No. Let's see. Maybe. Nah. Think. Let's see. Do. Oh, okay, hold on. Do. Hold on. Do. Okay, maybe I judged too harshly. Treading 2 steps back up really fast. Ah, okay, yeah, I think that's like maybe it. These need to be not eighths, 16ths. Aha. Possibly? Nope. That's way too fast. Never mind, that was not the case. Let's see. And Sony Music Publishers enters the chat. Song's name, Durara. Hold on. Beautiful. It almost sounds like Banjo-Kazooie. Do you mean the speed or this one now? Not too bad. Not too bad. And not bad. Yeah, not a And when it was really fast, I'm like Banjo, I see. And judgmental staring at the screen. That's a lot of what these music streams are, just thinking. I would like the but I don't think that's gonna happen. Well, that kinda is it, right? And only real ones remember the 2005 Hasbro paintball. That is a reference. I wish I got it. I wasn't a paintball person. Yeah, I like it. it adds a bit of a pause. The pause lets you hear out the background. Now we have the beginning, the semi-beginning. We can go ahead and move you guys. Now, I'm sorry. You were beautiful, all right? Beautiful. It's okay. It is okay. You will be back another day. I'll move you up here so I can always hold you in my heart. There you are. Okay. Now, where were we? You can go ahead and grab these guys here and move them up front. You here. There you are. Okay. So, now that we have this... Maybe... Do. So, we go down. Instead of this, we go to... And like, do. No, that's not a do. Do. That sounds right. And then we go to this guy. And then we start at that guy that we had before. So, is the same path? Yeah, okay. And then we have that guy going there. Lovely. Okay, let's see. It needs more time. More time to bake. Like, maybe instead we do half again, or maybe we might have to do that whole guy all over again. Hold on. Let's see. No, that's good. That's good. Enough space. Enough space to breathe. Okay. Let's see. Oh, hold on. Go back to the beginning if you would mind. Okay. Have you ever used Discrimination? Yeah. I've used it before. No! Something is wrong. Something is very wrong. And it's a piece of cake to bake a pretty cake. Not at all. Okay. You go down. Where are we at? Where were we lost? Okay. Go down. Okay. Where were we? Supposed to be nice sounding. And get rid of those B's, yeah. We're all A's around here. I'll join Lazy Town. Lazy Town is good. Need you to here. Maybe lower. Maybe that. You're an F. You're a C. You're an A. Uh-huh. Doesn't sound too bad. Not too bad. You lost faith at 1.5 hours, but agreed it 10 minutes ago. Trust the process. And 2.5 hours and there's actual progress. Trust the progress, I say. The process. There we are. Trust the process. You gotta get in the mood of things. It doesn't happen overnight. Yeah. And gotta get your head in the game. Gotta get your head in the game. Oh, let's see. Okay. So, now that we have these guys, we can kind of mesh them up a little bit, shake them a little bit. Now that we have that pause, that's the beginning. First part, maybe we can do something a little different. And this reminds me of the Codenames Kid Next Door tuba episode. Oh, that's a silly one. I barely remember it, but I remember watching it tons. You could not tell me no to that. But I've got to rewatch it again. And I'm learning every day. I'd expect none the less, or no less to act. Let's see. Okay. Oh, hold on. there. So now we can try to spice this guy up a little bit. You would recommend the last note to go back to more low? You mean like that? Lower? Good try. Let's see. Maybe we can do, let's just see. So maybe we do C again. This guy here is G. G. So maybe we do G. C, E, G. G. A. G. Maybe that. Maybe a G. With that, I have to say, make sure this guy does not go back to sleep on me. Not too bad at that. Now, I think it'd be fun to have like a typing sound in the background, like a tick, tick, tick. We have that metronome here, but I think we can do a little bit better to have the typing in there. Now, I know there was something about a xylophone. Curious to see. Xylophone. Okay. Okay. Ohone. Now, how do you go? Curious to see. You only get one. Interesting. Okay. So, if we do like a half note, maybe? Not a percussion, but it's okay. Maybe a triangle or something. Triangle's not a percussion. I live my life at 210 BPM. That's a very fast life, Beatus. Speed. Let's see. Interesting. Yeah. Not xylophone. It's finally sounding title screen like. In the process, we trust exactly. It's one thing we trust around here. It's yep. Let's see. Percussions, maybe. Ooh. I do like me a tambourine. Maybe triangle. Maybe triangle's what we need to have happen around here. And then, ooh. Maybe. Possibly. No, we do that sound. Yeah, do that sound there. Yeah. And then, hold on. That sound, and then, Guessing your half? Yeah. Okay. Maybe. Perhaps we can do this, and then there we go. And make it so you're the second one. Let's see. That, like that, and like that, and like that. Okay, let's see. A little high pitched. Maybe we need something deeper. And the last two notes then? So you mean, hold on, this guy here? Like that? Possibly? And we can try. Let's see. Where's my triangle at? Hold on. Well, that. Huh? I don't think that sounds too bad. Truth be told, that little they make this difference. Now, I don't know about let's see. I did like my my metronome. Metronome's nice. Holy Playtry sounds great. Thank you. I do like my metronome in there, but it's not supposed to be in there. Let's see. Okay. Yeah, okay. So, I'm gonna play here again. Yeah. And wait, waiting. And forgot to remove the loop argument and wanted to use element below in class. No idea what that means, Rudy. Let's see. Okay. Okay. I think once we here, grab all you guys and I'll paste it into there. Yep. Let's just keep going with that. Now, thinking we change up our rhythm. beforehand, it was that C, E, G, and it was going up and down. So we had... Now I think we should do something else. And that's it. Bobby releases restraint 0.003%. Like, well, Bobby, can't I take credit for this one, Zero? Can't I? Bobby does a lot of things, you know. He's brains. He's not the brains. He's the cute one. And it was the other way around. If you're going down, go up. Oh, hold on. Like that? And your sister was liquid. Very sweet. And you were small. Lies. And historically, tritones were illegal to play because it was considered evil. I never heard of a tritone before. What do you mean, Beatus? Let's see. I kind of like it going down in that deep step. Hold on. Hold on. Where were we at? There we are. Yeah, there you go. I kind of like it. Hold on. Yeah, I like that. It's different than the other one. Deeper. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Now, as for you, let's go up here and copy you. Paste you down here. And then 2 notes that are 3 whole steps apart. So F and B. F is the front door. B is the back door. Like that. Oh. That sounds spooky. Interesting. Ending with Louise and music. Player testing for full music. Music player does sound neat. Instead of this and going up, down, let's see. Maybe. A little whisper in the ear. Let's see. Yeah, dissonant. I do like a dissonant. Like even just a that. Like that. Russ's note. Music's wonderful. It's like magic. Maybe, in fact, and you typically hear a horror sound? Yeah. Maybe instead of switching it up for the 3rd time, so the last time we do it, right? Maybe we do a little spooky. Like, maybe we just do a... And, that. And now let's not go sing. Pure evil. Hold on. Well, let me do this. Okay. I'm guessing it's horror track. Hold on. Maybe instead you go up. But that. Okay, hold on. Hold on. Maybe that. Yeah. Okay, hold on. Let's see.
Der_Nemen is now following.
Oh, hold on. I can't see it. There's too many screens. Dernemen. Thank you for the follow and welcome to stream. I'm sure I got it absolutely correct. But welcome all the same. And what did you send, Beatus? I am curioso. Let me go ahead and move this guy down here. Oh, actually, now I can't see anything down there. Never mind. That gets moved there. Okay. What do you think? Let me do this here. Maybe just a little bit. When you had a tritone in medieval time. Oh, I see. Hold on. Copy. I will also save that for when we take the break in like 15 minutes. That way, we can see. I just gotta be reminded, if you do not mind. Wouldn't mind looking at it for that 3-minute break. Let's see. Oh, hold on. Let me grab that there. Here we go. Okay. There we go. Never mind. Don't like me clipping the link. Copy. Copy. There we go. Let me copy. Oh, I think I got it. I did! Lovely. Okay. Yeah. I can check that out. Oh, I've seen that before. That guy's really good, Beatus. Yeah, Daniel Thrasher. His stuff's really great. I've seen that one. I have. And a little horse head on the stick. It's very silly. Let's see. Hold on. Maybe we can add a little bit of tritone then. We grab that last guy, so one, hold on. One. Yeah. And then we need the other two. So we need normal. Oh, hold on. This is 1, and then this is 4, and then we need our 5, which was this guy. Like that. Okay. And then about a little bit more. But that. I think it's a little bit too much, a little too spicy. We need to turn down the spice meter. Maybe this. I think keeping it the way it was. And then we end with the other guy. How about that? Let's see. Yeah, and make the base splashy? What do you mean? You elaborate. I like spicy, but sweet is best. Spicy is nice, you know. Spicy's okay in moderation. Sweet is good though. Sweet's always good. Never in moderation. Always sweet. Always. Let's see. Okay. Maybe. Hold on. And then maybe we delete that one. Love a chicken sauce. Ah! How about that? We make it a little spotty, a little bit different. Maybe we just keep. Oh, hold on. Maybe we keep what we already had. Yeah, that's right. And Eris's head is in the game. The game is Eris's head. I don't mean imagination. What do you mean? It's all about imagination. That's the whole point. So maybe now we can go ahead and grab this guy here. Maybe we do it again, now that we have a little bit of weirdness. Like it quite much. If I'm being honest, not quite. I thought it'd be a little spicy, but it's not even spicy. It's dull. It's mild. So maybe we go back to the plan of switching it up a little bit. Maybe we can have a few of these guys. So instead of this guy, maybe what we can do, let's see, C-E. That is press so it doesn't sleep. C-E-G. So maybe we can go up and down a little bit. So let's see. Let's see. E. Emma. There we are. Okay. So right now it's like that. Oh, hold on. Maybe. Maybe we could add a jazz chord. That'd be the 7th, right? So maybe. Hold on. I do like that. I'll be honest. That little sharp, right? That is the. Hold on. That's the apple. No, the grandma. Grandma sharp, wouldn't it be? Since it's going up, I do like that feel. I think that works. So, maybe we can do that and just keep everything else. So instead, we do maybe one more where it's a little bit funny, a little bit wonky. We can go ahead and make sure that is our. There we go. Like that. I think that works. I like that do. And I'm already hearing strange things. I better close the game and pay more attention. Keep your eyes on the prize. I do hope you're having fun, though. This is, I mean, I always say, depending on what we do, there's never really not been a stream where I haven't enjoyed myself. Maybe, perhaps, if I'm being honest, some of the bug ones. Because it's the thing of, you know, I'm trying to solve this problem, but it's just not working. And for me, at least, when there's a problem I can't solve, I can't brute force it. Usually I have to go on a walk, or take a bath, or have some tea, step away from it, but I can't really do that when I'm streaming. I can't really do like a 1 hour in between break of trying to figure out a solution of bug testing. That's why right now, at least, calibration is me spending 30 minutes at a time here and there trying to figure things out and poke and prod. Let's see. Yeah, okay. Okay. Saying that, I think we need another fancy bit here. Now we have this. Oh, well, it's all three of those. Wait. And now I think we need maybe another flash or flare or something. So maybe we can do, again, start high up there. That one was up that one. That one, yeah, That one was up there. Let's see, that's an F. So maybe we do F, front door, that is F, yeah. And then, so maybe, we're doing C, E, G, or no, hold on. This guy gets paused, and then we do another one here. So yeah, C, E, G. Maybe, let's see. Maybe lower, right? We want lower, so maybe. Maybe that. That would be, we'll retest here. See, that looks like the grandma. Apple. Apple. And then we have the cat. Yeah. So, cat, apple. And then we have the back door. And then the apple. Grandma. Let's see. If I go up here, we go ahead and just do quarter notes for now. Go ahead and write it. We had the G, C. It's C, and then it's, okay. This is G, this is A. I keep swapping them around. So, C, A, and then B, G. C, A, B, G. Kabajigga. Alright. C, A, B, G. So we need to go C, and then we go, the pattern was like down here, I think. Yeah, and then we go, oh, nope, we need to go down one. We need to go here, and then that. C, A, B, G. There you go. Yeah. Here we go. Okay, maybe something like that. Oh, what was that? E, G, D, E, P, D. Easy peasy. Let's see. I don't know what that was, though. That was weird. And this song should be named Great Backdoor Apple Cat. What a lovely name. Let's see. I quite like the first one, but not the last one. Not sure how I feel about it. Not too sure. I like the beginning. I think maybe because it was up there. It was high up there. So maybe what we just need to do is move that C up to like here. Is that C? Yeah, it's C. Look at that. I got it right. Okay. So maybe here. Okay. Then maybe now you can go back to being grandma. Here you go. Okay. Yeah, okay. Maybe do. And then now that we're on, yeah, okay. And then do that. So this would be G, and then this would be D. And then G, D, D. No. Hold on. on. I had it. No. Hold on. Nope. That one. G. So GDG. Possibly. We grab you, and then we go ahead and do G, and then that is D, and then E, and then G. G. There. Yeah. It's a little fast, but give me beautiful, amazing cat. Oh, that's cute. Let's see, maybe we can make these not quarter, maybe half notes a little bit better. Kind of like the do 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 do. Let's see. And then maybe you're a half. Interesting. Okay, we'll just do you. And then maybe there, like that. Do 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 do. The Hold on. Hold on, hold on. Do 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 do. What's the do 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 though? Hold on. I keep saying it. Ah yes, hold the line. Right, let's banned word, my personally banned word. Let's see, 8th note. Do. No, it's not a do. 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 Do 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 do. Do. No. Do do. Do do do. Do do do. Do. Yeah. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Need one more. I think that would be the half. Half? Yeah. And then we need the do. Whatever that one is. Which one? Do 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 do. Maybe that. No, it's too fast. This is half, right? Or this is 1/8. This would need to be quarter. Okay. You all owe me a quarter. There you go. You need to be a quarter. You need to be a quarter. My quarters are getting deleted. 4 quarters. There you go. Need to be quarter. Okay. You know what? I'm just gonna copy this here, just so I don't lose my place. Here, and you need to be quarter. And then you can go back here, and you can be a quarter. Like that. Okay, let's see. Music. Hi, Pixel. Welcome to stream. Welcome to the struggle. Let's see. Do, 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 do. So maybe this is 8th. And then, like that. Let's see. Nope. Do, 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 do. Like that. Do, 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 do. You need to hold it for like a little bit longer. Whenever the closest thing in magic. Magic. And ads are about to start in a second. So let's like that. I'm so close that I don't want to forget it. Do 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 do. Maybe you're not quarter, maybe you're half. Do do. Well, maybe you're like that. Then maybe you're like this. And then maybe you're like that. Let's see. Definitely not. But since we're on break, let's take a look at what PD sent. Let me pull it up now that we have some time before I forget. Where are we at? DQ. Let me go ahead and move that over there, and then I should just be able to drag and drop this guy. Where we're at. This one here, I believe. Younger than us. I'm very curious. Let's see.
She lurks in the shadows, keyboard in hand, dropping real voices across the chat. It was a safe spot. I placed one line until Eris Ezra crossed that line. Oh, Eris Ezra, what's your doctor in the chat? Your fan. Hiding behind your screen, you play it bold, but the truth's out now. Your story's told.
That was
She
good.
lurks in the shadows, keyboard in hand.
Lovely. Sick beats. Oh boy, let me get some water. Wonderful. Oh no! My heart! My stomach! Now I'm laughing at myself, Okay. We're good. Okay. I'm okay. I'm alright. Water. I just want to drink some water. That's all I ask. Okay. Alright. I shouldn't have looked at the chat. I'm here, I assure you. It's just, you see, I did crunches the other day. Now everything hurts. Oh boy, it's my muscle, my laugh muscle. But we're okay now. We're okay. We're good. We're good. Water. I am going to choke to use Jack. Oh, I can hear it now. I just want to drink my water. Hold on. Okay. Okay. We're all good. I wasn't in the ad. Exposed. What do you mean, Zero? I know, like, I think I just have to make it a rule now that if I'm drinking water, I can't look at the chat. Oh, man. That was not good. That was not good for my health. We're all good to go now, though. Welcome back from the end. Let's get back into the music. Let's see. Music. Alright. Oops. Can't have double music in. Make sure that guy doesn't go to sleep. Where are we at? You know, some ideas should just stay in the head. Sometimes they shouldn't be allowed to exist outside. Nada. And maybe the beginning, but then it loses me. It feels dissonant somehow while still actually just being the key. I think that's the issue here. And laughter per minute stream ratio is crazy this weekend. I don't know if you were here for the, I forget his name, but there was a section I was playing in Undertale Yellow. That was really funny. Let's see. Okay, what about you? Maybe. Get rid of you. And ain't my motto, let all out, consequences are fun. Eventually, YouTube will let me add more emotes. So that'll be fun. I can just see that as the fire. My main man, Mo Money, yeah. Mo was very funny. Couldn't have enough of Moo. So maybe, hold on. Maybe. And then maybe. Move you. Copy you. lower you. Lower you to like maybe there. Let's see. Yeah. So maybe. Actually, go up. Like that. Alright. Nope. Up more. But that. Let's see. Yeah. And I think I saw the above, but keep going. Oh, did I miss your message? Hold on. I'm already... Oh, no, okay. I was worried I missed something, but we're all good, I think. Hold on. Double check. Defibrillator. Oh, boy. We're good. Okay, okay. I think this works. Then it's the mixing of it. Maybe the issue is the backing. I do like this sound, but I don't like it combined with the other one. Maybe instead, get rid of use, guys, and we do a new, or maybe we just do the classic down here, like this, and just copy and paste like that. How about that? Let's see. We'll go to like here and then here. Maybe it's the tone that doesn't sound quite right. This is a C. This is a G, which I believe is in here. No, you're not. Interesting. And you know you don't need to tilt your head whenever you bring a note up. It should work. I'm thinking. This is how I think. Oh boy. And oh, I did read that. Lovely, lovely. And okay, good, good. Interesting. Not too bad. And wrong, it's part of the process. Exactly. And I really like your facial expression. I just gotta, it makes it easier to think when I think. Yes. Let's see, I want to hear this from start to finish and see it all if it makes a difference. Not too bad. A medieval core sounds tight. Welcome, welcome. I cast manual breathing. That's a funny name. Quite appropriate, but welcome, welcome to stream. And I see you've positioned the big brain in real time. Yeah. You know, sometimes you need to tilt your head to look at a problem, and it helps. It can help if you believe. It's like when you play Wii games or any racer game, right? And you have to lean whenever you turn the car, because then that helps with your aerodynamicism. I'm sure at least one of you have done it. It's the strategy. It's pro strategy. If you haven't done it, I don't think we have any winners around here. And imagine having to manually breathe as a debuff. That'd be awful. That would be terrible. I forget too much to not something like that. Awful. Let's see. Oh, hold on. In the first melody, you put a silence before the end of it. That was okay. Do you mean the silence here, or do you mean a different melody, Rodrigo? If you could elaborate a little bit. Do you think you said the first melody? You put a silence before the end of it. Yeah. There's a silence here, and then a silence here. Do you do two silences? And just for the feedback's sake, it worked. Oh boy. Yeah. Could you elaborate a little bit? I'm curious on what you mean. I understand. Bar 10, I think? I only know few. Hold on. Is this, a measure? That's measure 15? What's the guy here? Do you mean the measures? So 10, possibly? This is 10. This is 10. And I see a 9 up here, and then I see the number. Oh, you can't see the number. Oh, no, you can see it at the top of the screen. Good. That's what I'm referring to. This guy right here to help me. And someday I'll understand music terminology like the cool kids. Yeah. The pancakes are always the coolest. Let's see. What is a bar? From my understanding, a bar is this guy up here, right? And then a measure is just this little chunk here that can hold the four beats of whatever sizing you do. I think, possibly. Let's see. Let's go back up here, and yeah, maybe a compass. What's a compass? I remember you talking about the compass before. You know what? Let me see if Googling makes it easier to understand compass. Sheet music compass. Let me turn this back on while I'm looking. Sheet. Oh, that's not how you spell it. Sheet music compass. Let's see. Me compass. For piano solo. Interesting one. Nothing's coming up in terms of compass terminology. Maybe it's... Oh, what is a musical compass? Among British English speakers, and perhaps others, compass means the same thing as chromatic range, the interval between the lowest and highest note, attainable by a voice or musical instrument. Is that what you mean? So is the compass this guy up here to this guy down here? And between TRGL and THMN? I feel like I'm being laughed at. This guy here? This is just chortle. Okay. And wait, that's HCH. It is. Indeed. Let me go ahead and mute this guy here. Oh, hold on. Oh, I said mute you. I don't want your presence anymore. Let's see. Too bad. And I'll never learn to read music probably, but I'll always play guitar regardless because the strings make sound. Yeah. That's about it. Right now I'm kind of just closing my eyes and holding out my fingers and just what sound do I want to make? I want to make a do sound. What is a do sound? That's not a do. That's not a do. Do. That is how I've been making it. That is my musical process. Figuring it out. And now you have two silences together. There's a silence here. Hold on. Let's just do this here. That is supposed to be there. Last bit sounds nice. Thank you. I like the going up. I feel like the up. Then again, I feel like this feels very fantasy. I don't know why, but I think Zelda when I hear that. But instead of the do, it's like a like it's loading up multiple notes at once, or multiple keys. I think those are the same thing. And then down here, are there anybody missed? Hold on. So, let's see. Okay, and oh,
iCast manual breathing is now following.
Thank you for the follow, iCast manual breathing. welcome to stream. And so true. I see, yeah. That's why I like music in a sense, because there's all this theory and all this calculations on what sounds nice. We can also just go do, and it's fun. It's not required, but it's nice to know the reason why. Okay. So I think maybe we do another section here that's all long, like this, And then I'm curious to see how this might sound if we just do this. What happens? It would need to be a pause, or maybe not even a pause. Yeah, let's see. I'm most so curious. Copy you or select you. And I have to go. Good luck with getting all the right do's and not having it sound doo-doo. Also, best of luck with the programming later. Thank you, Jack. Thank you for stopping by. I hope you have a lovely one. Let's see. Nah. I quite like the ting, ting at the end. I don't know if we need to have too much. Yeah, it doesn't need to be too fast-paced. I think this is fine. Decisions, I say. Let's move you here, and then... So the idea is that this is like a recipe, right? This would be considered like I think this would be the motif. It's the theme. It's the idea of the song. Like, this is one section here, and then this is another section here. The idea is that you don't want to do too many of those, and you want to keep it sounding kind of sort of in that range. I'm not trying to go too far off of the feel of those two, because if I add another one in there, that's a lot of things going at a lot at once. So is there any way we can remix this guy? And song name, Cake in the Oven. Burnt toast. One thing we can do to make this sound a little bit different, for example, is maybe we can speed it up, so we can make these quarter notes into like eighth notes, or we can slow it down. There's different ways you can modify this guy without actually changing the recipe, the pattern itself. So if we have this guy down here and we're doing something a little bit different, right? This is the first section of the song. This is the next section. Maybe what we can do is first have these four guys. First have these four guys like that there, and then maybe we can have this go slower or something like that. Let's see. Maybe even just repeat it twice. See how that works. And oh, I thought it died for a second. But we're all good. It seems like... it got moved down. How odd. Oh, there we are. Never mind. I just didn't see it. And am I allowed to record this and then maybe make something somehow out of this? Can you elaborate a little bit? I think if I'm understanding what you're suggesting, like record the song itself, yeah, sure. But this is supposed to be the title screen music to my game, but I think I'll probably... Maybe, perhaps, this is gonna be a placeholder. I just want to have something in the game for being there. But if you mean like to take to remix or something, by all means. If it helps you do something fun, I would not decline to that. Let's see. Possibly here. And let's go and do this guy here. And say no. Reference, yes. Copy, no. Yeah. There you go. Let's see. Yeah. That could be just for fun. Yeah. Maybe... Yeah. Hold on. Nada. Don't want it here. Maybe that. Maybe. Nope. That maybe would sound nice, but it does not. We're just gonna go back to that. Maybe we can do that. What was it called? This guy here. Or was that the perfect? nice. So I'm assuming it's not the one we were hearing earlier. This guy here. It's when it is tritone, yeah. That's a tritone. That's a perfect. And a tritone, I'm guessing, is when it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tones. But it says tritone, so it's 3 tones in between. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's why I say 3, because this doesn't have 5 in between it. This is 1, 2, 3, 4. But this would be a tritone. It's not. Oh, hold on. Never mind. This. Yeah. So it's when it's 5 notes in between. I'm guessing. If I do, let's see. This guy here, and then, oh, that's a D. Yeah, that guy there. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this guy, and then, aha! I get it. So in that case, maybe we can do some of those guys here to add a little bit of flair. We have a C here, and that's a G and an E and a C. So maybe we can do maybe we can do a, let's see, C, E. Maybe, hold on. And Eris plays note evil. the mwahaha note. E. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Like that. And where's listening in Edom? How can anyone on both YouTube and Twitch ask her on Twitch if she can see the YouTube chat? I can. What do you mean? oh, I see. I did miss stuff. I didn't see it moving. For some reason, it doesn't. Oh, my apologies, Zero. Let's see. Ain't my Mondo let it all out? Consequences are fun. A wizard warrior. I guess every ever-growing toenail. And I'm a do, he's a do, she's a do, we're all dudes, hey! And we were just talking about Good Burger yesterday. Indeed, yeah. My apologies, Zero. I don't know why. Sometimes it's easy to notice on the corner of my eye, the movement, but sometimes not. Let's see. Ooh, it sounds fancy. Whoever said that sounded evil? Hold on. Okay, well, not together, but that's a nice sounding note or chord. What do we chord if it's 2? Okay, but this guy's gotta go over here. It's the last guy, so maybe, perhaps, perchance, we can do. Please. Oh, I did do that. Okay, good. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, never mind. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You. And I guess here isn't purple enough. The thing is, truth be told, right? Let me just to quickly show you. I'm not, like I said, colors are easy to see for me. just to quickly show you what I'm seeing. Hold on, and go back to concept a quick second here. Wait, this one's all colorful and shiny. That's why I notice it quicker. This one's all one color. So it doesn't change as much as when a new color pops up on the screen. That's my word. That's my so excuse. But now you know. Where were we? Back in this guy here. And hey, I'm there. Yeah, it's you. Now be gone. Let's go back to here. Back to and it's our call to bring more people to the YouTube side. From my knowledge, it's just not as much of a nice of a viewing experience, but I mean, I've watched a few YouTube streams, a few Twitch streams, it depends, but I can understand wanting to do both, or maybe not even any at all. No, tritone, let's see. And Eris, every time you say indeedy, I think indeedy peedy. Yes, indeedy peedy. Oh, I do love things that rhyme. All the time! Let's see, if I zoom out now, what does it sound like? Nope. Nada. Throw it away. I'll send it to you. I'll send you what I told later in pics. That would be very handy, thank you. And thanks, Petey. Now I do too. Oh boy. Yeah, Rodrigo, if you could, or if you wouldn't mind. The more help I can get, the better. I like learning a lot, so if I can learn better, I'll do better. And, oh, there we go. 0. I noticed that one because it was yellow. That one was easy to spot. I think this is is fine though. Like, maybe we, again, you don't need too much, right? Maybe we can just do something simple, something sweet. And I think that's it. I don't think it has to be too long. Maybe that's it. Maybe this is the theme right now for the main screen. Just this guy right here. Oh, hold on. We need the pause. So, oh, no, do we? Let's see. Loop it. And we found our weakness. What do you mean? There's none, no, disgusting, I tell you. Understand? I can't understand. Oh boy. Yeah, maybe that's not too bad. But in general, everything is fine. I see. Thank you. Yeah, something of, I'd like to know the actual musical reasons behind things. But I think this is good. I think this, you know, it's short and sweet and it's loopable. That's the most important part. But it's also important when loopable, well, actually, hold on. I think it needs to end a little bit. That feels too big of a hit between the beginning and the ending. So maybe back down here, you just do this. So maybe instead we can kind of loop it like that. Maybe this instead. She loves the 3-link loop. I like the number 3. Oh. Oh, where's my loop at? Oi, get back here. Let's just go here, and then, oh, hold on. You go here, loop on loop. There you go. Okay, now the loop. Let's see. And now electric guitar. I don't know if electric guitar has place in our refined palette. Let's see. No, I think there just needs to be one final transition to bring us up to speed to this guy here. And oh, I'm guessing that's in Russian. That looks like a D in Russian. Hello, musicant, or musicant, or musicant. Welcome to the stream. If you could someone in English, if you would not mind, it would make it a lot easier to read it. As I tried learning Russian one time, and just like with all my other language attempts, it did not end well. It did not end well in the slightest. Maybe what we can do is just do this here, possibly? Let's see. Maybe that's just it. We need to bring it up to speed, like this. Oh, didn't do the loop again. Let's see. An end credits electric guitar version. Let's see. I do. Hold on. We need to go here and here, and then do unloop, reloop, and oh, that's not the right loop. Why don't we just do shift and select? Like that. Yeah, and then loop. Lovely. Okay, and then we'll go here, and we'll loop. Oh, hold on. Select you. Never mind. The player doesn't want to play her correctly. That's fine. I do think this is soothing though. It's the right amount of soothing. It feels a little refined. Get the little bit of spooky feel. Not too bad. But I don't know why it's not looping. Not trying to. Can I delete you guys? Can I delete the that bit there? Oh, maybe that's why it wasn't selected? Hold on. Hold your horses. Maybe if I do that now, unloop, reloop, and then play from here. Oh, no, play from all the instruments. Nope. Never mind then. There is a way to delete these guys. I just don't remember how to do it. let's see. Muse score, how to delete measures. Muse score, delete measure. There we go. How delete. Select and then click Control Delete. Let us see. Does Control Delete work, Muse score? Control and delete. It did it! And immediately deselects all but one part. Oh boy, it worked out and feels very welcome to the spooky bistro. Lovely, lovely. That's great to hear. We can go ahead and move these guys up and about. I can go ahead and just grab this guy here, grab this guy here, since this is the actual song. And then go ahead and do this, delete you. And then I should be able to paste all of you. And if I go ahead and just delete you, oh, right, Control Delete. Control Delete. Nope. Select Delete? Let's see. Control Delete. There we are. Okay. And then if I just do this, oh, turn that back on. Let's see. Okay. Oh, never mind. Undo the loop. I just want to hear the loop at the end. That was the issue here. Actually, I'm not sure how to add measures after deleting all of them. Oh no. Let's see. I guess the guy is just a little bit too... It goes that, and then that. So maybe instead, we could chop it in two. So maybe it's instead a half note to bring us back to base. So maybe instead it's something like this. Let's see. Do. Okay, maybe. Let's see. Go back here. Oh, where'd my loop go? You have nowhere else to run, loop. What do you mean? No loop possible. Let's see. Oh. Go back up here. Select all of you. Make you loopable. And can you make the harmonized part fade out? That's what I would assume this guy does, right? That's the whole note, right? You hold it for all the note, but as the longer you hold it, the less the fade happens, right?
Musician 123 is now following.
Thank you for the follow. Thank you, musician. That one makes a lot more sense. Let me see if I can translate this to make it a little bit easier on myself. Hold on. Doing this. Let's see. Hi, everyone. How are you? Oh, how sweet. I really do have to figure out how to add that bot to Twitch that makes it so that the languages are translated, but I hope you're doing well, musician. I truly do, and welcome to stream. Hope you're having fun. The struggles have a fade. I'm wondering, maybe we can do it going up, or No, I'm not quite too sure. It does feel very chunky. This transition from this into this. Hold on, if I just do this. There we are. This. Yeah. That's the issue. I want it to feel smoother. So instead, maybe we can grab some of this guy here. CEG. Maybe if we do... CEG. Okay, hold on. C. We have our C, so maybe... Maybe we can grab you guys and put you down here and make you half note? No, that's what I did. That's what I did earlier, didn't I? Oh no. Copy you, paste you. Maybe that's a little bit better. And then it would be... This sounds like a a train. Toot toot. I mean, it's just the ending, I think, but I'm not quite sure how that would be fixed. And can you make the harmonized note carry till halfway through the next part? What do you... do you mean the loop 0? I'm not sure how to do that. If there is a way to loop it. To bring this here, that sound back up to here? Is that what you mean? If so, I don't know. I wouldn't have the slightest clue how to even do that for that bit. There needs to be... It's this to this note. It's that to this. So do you mean a way to have it bounce off? I know there's sometimes I've seen where there's lines. So harmonized. Okay. Oh, no, I wanna do it from here if you would not mind. Oh, no. What did I do? Uh-huh. Breaks too breaky. So let's put it in the game and see how it feels, shall we? Let me go ahead and put this guy back up here. And I believe the music is, I don't think yeah, okay, good. So file, oh, question is, do we want the what's it called? The metronome? I don't like the metronome. It's got a little bit of charm to it. Without it, also not. But I kind of like the tick-tock, tick-tock, tick-tock. Feels nice. And yeah, neck breaking. Head banging. Alrighty, for now, we need a name for the title screen. We could definitely call it title screen for now, but what would be a good name to call it? Like, right now, currently, we have some great names at our disposal that we've used previously. We have, let's see here, Muffin Mage. Ooh, I do like that one. And I can't tell what I prefer. Maybe slightly prefer the metronome. I am leaning towards the metronome, yeah. The metronome just feels nice. It feels more complete somehow. But it could just be the, what is it, the percussion's doing their percussion-y thing. Let's see. If I open back up Eagle, I can show you what names we currently have. We have, we have spellcasting. That was the first ever one I did. As you can see, not quite creative. We have Spooky Brew, and then we have Pastrydia. I quite like the name of Pastrydia. That one was a good one. Seasoned Sorcerer, Muffin Mage. We need something for like a title screen name though. It needs to have a title screen feel to it. I don't think Muffin Mage quite does it. Like maybe, Bready, are you Bready? How about that? Are you ready? I think that would work out quite well. Are you ready? P-A-D-Y. And then I can go ahead and export this file here as an, I think the wave one is the one I want to do. And the title for Castlevania was Vampire Killer. Interesting one. Vampire Killer. What? Guess? That makes sense though, yeah. I mean, that is what Castlevania is, right? Vampire Killer. Let's go ahead and export this. Export. I shall name you. Are you ready? And then go ahead and grab all the scores here. Copy you. Save. It should go ahead and export. And then if I did everything correctly, we should be able to go to downloads here. Go into this file. And then, are you the Muffin Mage? Do you know the Muffin Mage? The Muffin Mage. The Muffin Mage. Yes, I know the Muffin Mage who lives on Drury Lane. And potential name for one of your songs, Sugar and Spice in the Dead of the Night, The Witch's Coffee, Skeleton March. I don't think any of these fit the screen music though. I do like them. They're nice. They're very nice. If you can remember them, PD, or if you could DM me them, as I'd like to keep these names. There's some names and some ideas that I'd love to use if I ever get the chance to. Now, it's okay, all right? It's okay. I know it looks a little scary programming back again, but I wanted to see about are you ready? I want to put it in the game. Here's the song here. It is 22 seconds long. We have the background music player. All I have to do to change out the background music is just to do cancel that, drag the Are You Ready, and too much snake venom in this coffee. Reminds me of there's a snake in my boot. All right, let's see. I click play now on the game. And, oh, that's neat. It's so weird seeing it in game. Hold on. Let me do this. Where are we at? Godot. I need to click Godot. There we are. Isn't it nice? So now the hope is that I had it before. Ooh. Ooh. What is that? Silence! Hold on! We have to go to Audacity. Hold on, so nice, I love it. I'm glad you like it. And bye-bye, Rudy. Hope you come back soon. And title screen song, Come Bake With Me. That one's good. And Gal Gadot is my favorite engine. Godot is lovely. I don't know about Gal Gadot, though. For some reason, there is a pause in our song. We have to investigate this, and that's pretty easy to do. All you have to do is open up a music program or an audio program. That would be a better description of it. Let me just make sure this guy doesn't die while we're here. I can go ahead and open up Audacity, like grab that guy there and then make the window Audacity. Yeah, this guy here. This guy is free. I try my best as much as I can to use free programs. Like, MuseScore is free, so if you want to give this program a try, you can right today. I'll grab this guy into here, and then I can go ahead and drag and drop our Are You Ready into here, like so. And now we can see, look at that. That ending bit there is that pause we get. So if we just go ahead and for that there, go ahead and file export it back to the Are You Ready? Export, rewrite. Now there shouldn't be a pause if we go back into the programming. And that's a good one. Come Bake With Me is cute. And you gotta do bananas or she can't see you. No, it's not true. Hi, massive distraction. It's not true. Welcome to stream. Oh boy, I walked into that one. Oh boy. Let's see. If I click play again. Oh boy. Okay, let's see. Does it loop now? Is the looping loop? Yep, looping. Let's do that. Alright, does it loop? Let's see. Something is still off with you. Oh, do I have to, hold on. Let's re-import you. Is that it? Yeah, do you see? The audio goes all the way over here. We don't need that audio. So, back to you. What are you doing, Are You Ready? Is it this guy here that needs to be changed? Like that, and then file, export audio, and, oh, I did read that, good. Okay, export, yep, export. And then if I go back into Godot here and re-import it, let's just fix it. See? Do that. Move you back into here. How are we doing? If I go here. No. There's still a really long pause for some. Okay. Maybe it is, hold on, remove. Yep, remove you. And then go into, let's see. Should be in, yep, there we are. Music. Nope, never mind. It should be in common. Let me put this guy back on. Should be very easy to put this into the game, but here it is in music here. Lovely, okay. So, audio, yep. And if we do Are You Ready? And refresh Godot, that could be it, yeah. But the audio itself is still not cropped, so I think I'm exporting it somewhere it doesn't need to be. Hold on. Okay, let's go back into here. And yeah, do you see? Nope, actually, never mind. I'm at a loss. It looks cropped, right? It looks cut off, and nope, you can't see it. Let me hide. Eagle here? I can certainly try refreshing Godot. Loop end. If you're using loop end, maybe might act as ends at 14 seconds. Loop end. Is that where? Oh, loop end. Maybe. I don't know what it means, but it could be possible. Yes. It shouldn't be the case though. Most of the songs in my game already are loopable. It's just for some reason this guy here doesn't want to play by the rules. It doesn't like listening, which is okay. You know what? Sometimes we just get those type of people, and it's okay. The issue is, for some reason, this exported project isn't. It's something to do with the files, I think. It should be about that long. Like, yeah, okay. Maybe move you down there. And then file export. Let's try exporting you again. You should be found in my common folder. Yep. Go ahead and select you, export you. Okay. If we go back into here, let's see. Title screen song name, warm in my apple pie. Ooh, that's a good one, but I feel like that would be safe for like a sour apple, or sour flavor for in the game. Okay, and then if we go back into here, into our music, and I go into the common, are you ready? Does it still have that pause at the end? It does. The music file itself has this pause. Huh. On. Okay, never mind. I think we're good to go. Let's go ahead and click this guy now. And then we re-import Are You Ready? We put it into the background, and it probably still has the original wave. Try re-importing. Yeah, I did do that, so I think we're good to go now. I get rid of the background player. I go ahead and just put this guy in here. So now if I go ahead and click play on the game again, and the title screen, oh, I did read that. Good, good, okay. Oh, wrong audio. Hold on. It should be Are You Ready? Let's see if we click play, what happens? Okay, so far so good. Almost. It's better than it was. We really just might have to chop out all of this guy here. Possibly? I don't know. It did help though, the chopping it there. It's just something else somewhere needs to be chopped. A few bits have to be taken off. I'm guessing maybe that has to be the case. Export audio. Port you. You have the name, yep. And then I should be able to delete you. Let's try that. I said, let's try that. Let's stop that. There you go. Are you ready? Re-import. Yep, yep. And then let's go back into music here. Are you ready? Should be able to export it from the was it Audible? No, that's the other one. Audacity. That's it. You have the Audacity. And then we can go ahead and export. Export. Okay. So now, Are You Ready's in here. Are You Ready's being imported. And go ahead and refresh you. Then here. And ears, I must break it. And it probably still has the original. Oh, I did read that. Good. Okay. I'm trying my best to make sure I stay up. And maybe you could use the loop again, loop n parameters. Yeah. My issue is I haven't had to use those before. If I start using them now, but I mean, it is definitely a case-by-case basis, so it wouldn't be too bad. Let's see. Maybe it works now. But trimming it works, yeah. So close. Loop end. What do you do? Hold on. Let's see. Loop end. Loop endpoint in number relative to the beginning of stream. I don't know if this is supposed to be like 4 or 3. Background music player. I can't even modify it. Can't modify it. This is as much as it's gonna get. Okay. Let's go back into Audacity then. Let's go into concepts here. Okay. And poor concepts, it's gone. Concepts come back. Okay. And then let's go back into Audacity. Go ahead and mute this guy just so we can hear. So the beginning seems to be fine when we play it. Yeah. Okay. Nope, this is really big. Hold on. I can hide this. I don't think we'll need this anymore. Concepts up. Oh. Okay. Okay. I can make you small. Yeah. And the title screen song, your order is wrong. That's a good one. I do like that one. I zoom out here, you can kind of see, right? If I move this guy here, maybe make it a little smaller, very small here. This space doesn't represent it, but this guy here at the end, oh, wrong thing. I should be able to loop this some way. Makes sense? Oh, that's the loop button. I found it. Okay. Maybe we gotta move you over just a little bit. Maybe unloop, reloop. Something's going on here. Interesting. And Reed so quickly made me laugh. He definitely typed wrong, huh? Your order's ready. Oh, you're already not wrong? Oh. Did I read it wrong already? Let's see. Okay. I think this might have fixed it, possibly. Export audio again. Custom mapping, current selection. Oh, trim blank space before clip. Maybe that would do it. And now let me make sure I also delete the, you can't see it unfortunately, but when you're exporting it, that's an option you can do. So, maybe now that we trim the blank space, and you read it as wrong, but that's okay. I see. Oh boy. Re-import, right? Yeah. And then, background music player. Stream. Yeah. Well, yeah, save. Okay. Let's see. Oh, you can hear, but you can't see it. That might be something that has to be worked on. The ending and beginning. Right now you can certainly tell when it begins and when it ends. Which I don't like one bit. And I think, yeah. Aside from that, I'm really happy with how it came out. It just needs to be the ending. And your music listening face always looks so concentrated. I'm thinking. Let's see. Hold on. Yeah, I think that's just gonna have to be tweaked. But overall, it came out well. A lot better than I'm never sure where to set my expectations at. You know what? If I don't have high expectations, then I can't be disappointed now, can I? I will always be surprised, whether that's a good thing or a bad thing. Let me bring it back into here. Dang all of that though. I think now would be a good time to end it. I might have to figure out the chopping, or maybe it's an export issue and that might be something I have to figure out on the side, and we love surprises. I do too. And no, don't leave. Unfortunately, to those that are curious and that are curious about just game dev stuff in general, I not only make music, I make games like you saw before. And tomorrow we'll be learning expressions like those down there. Those little guys, and isn't that a bit expression, Petey? Hold on. If it is, I do appreciate it, but I always hate the end. It is a bit of a shame to say goodbye. Saying that, not goodbye quite yet, but tomorrow we'll be learning how to do expressions in pixel art. One of my favorite topics, since I'm a big fan of Undertale and Deltarune, and they always have the best expressions. So we'll try adding expressions to characters and seeing how that goes. That's study. Next week, I think will be more music. Maybe we'll just finish up and do the cafe song, since I'm still working on the programming. So next week, Deltarune, more music, and also another study. That'll be fun. If you're on YouTube, this will be the end from me. If you're on Twitch, consider staying around so we can see if we can raid someone. And raids are always fun, but I like going to the end screen just because I like the music. I don't get to use it often, so I use it. And woke up way too early for the stream, but it was fun. You did great. Thank you, Colonel. That means a lot, truly. You gave me a lot of, what's the word I'm looking for? You gave me a lot of right direction on how to get started with music, and I really do appreciate it. I wouldn't be here without ya. Saying that, I hope you all have a good one if I don't see you very soon. And again, stay around for the raid if you're feeling spicy. Alright.